Look at the resolution on that, huh? Exciting times, everybody. It's Chris Denman. We're live at our all-new studios. Let's quickly say hello to everybody. You just heard Travis Terrell bring us in. It's been a while, people. We're happy to be back. Bree Weaver joins us in studio, up close and personal. How are you, Bree?
I'm great. Today's a great day.
I almost wore the same top. That would have been
Maybe
how
you should have.
embarrassing
We
would that
should
have
have
been for you?
coordinated, but it's cool.
I did
We'll get it
also.
together.
I bailed on the glitter eyeshadow. Is that what you call that?
Yeah, it's Fenty Beauty. Riri.
Look at that. You see the logo up top? Oh, see, we got to get used to that.
Okay,
Over there?
I'm about to reach it. I'm about to grab it. I'm
It's
about to
exciting.
grab it. It went away. Come back. Come back. Oh, there it
Hey,
goes.
look out. The man
Technology.
controlling the technology. Let's say hello to the great Chris Gardner. How are you, Chris?
Good morning,
Whoa!
gentlemen
Look, I'm looking down at
and
Gardner.
ladies.
Hey, whoa, check out that, dude, Travis.
Is this
see,
going to
look
be
where
the
you're,
first
look where
20
you're
minutes
placed.
of the
I know.
show?
Yeah.
Is you just realizing
Oh, yeah.
the capability of video and camera?
These are new toys.
Travis, look what you could do
I
with,
know,
with
like-
Gardner's mic. Look what it looks like, though.
Yeah.
Son,
It's the all-new We Are
Inappropriate.
Live podcast, man. No more radio. Big thanks to 920 AM. Great people over there. Where have we been? What are we doing? We've been working hard since we haven't been on the radio. Huge thanks to everybody who's made that possible. I guess we should kind of catch people up. What do you think?
Let's do just that.
Let's do that. First off, big thanks to Tech Electronics. You see this? This is our very own studio. This is what
yeah.
you're looking at. Bree, her husband, other folks, everybody making this all possible. We've got a lot to talk about, a lot to tell you about. We're going to do Fair or Foul today.
Oh, don't forget
We got
that.
games. So much to get done. Do us a favor. Share this stream, whether it's live, whatever you want. We have great sponsors. We need to get eyes on their material, everybody. Travis,
Yes.
our new studios right here in Grand Center. Beautiful Grand Center.
Midtown St. Louis.
That's Grand Center.
As people like to call it, the Silicon Valley of
You hear what he called it?
Silicone?
If I could,
Is that, are we adding that
silicone.
to the list already? Is that one?
Damn it.
Sentence of the week?
That's already head
In the
start.
first 3 minutes of the show?
Yep.
Cool.
let me get my pen out. I'm sorry, pencil. I use pencil now. If I could interject real quick, technically, the neighborhood we're in is Covenant Blue. Grand Center.
Covenant Blue.
We're keeping it local.
Sounds like a cult.
Well, it did take us 6 months to figure out that we were in the Chittenden
At the old studio.
at
No,
the
you
old
nailed
studio.
it.
I got it now. I got that correctly
Yeah.
when we were on Hampton, but we are in the Covenant Blue Grand Center.
Yes.
Okay.
So
Is there
far,
another color somewhere else in the neighborhood? Blue makes
Travis could be seen protesting. It should be Covenant Black.
sense. That's very true. You know me well, Denman.
We do have a text line if you want to be part of the fun. 314-669-1431. We'll be reading text throughout the day. Your Facebook comments, they do matter. They matter, people. So send them to us. We'll interact with you. We're going to be doing this 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. Sometimes I say all week, Monday through Friday.
Yep.
I screw
Yeah.
that up. Happy President's Day. Also,
Yeah.
we've got a special segment for that today. Emailing. We're going to do a Fair Foul. WAL at weareliveradio.com. We're going to get to all that good stuff. Travis, do we want to talk about radio, the choice to do our own thing? Once again, you want to shed some light on that really quick?
I can definitely give it a shot. The idea, of course, was for us to, how do you say it? We're becoming bigger than the rest of you people out there.
Oh, wow.
And so we
That
thought
makes
this was
sense.
an opportunity to let everyone else know how horrible you are and how awesome we are becoming. And so we thought, what better way than to start our own studio, be a part of a larger media company, and actually do whatever we want when it comes to the microphone. And I think we have that opportunity now. So this is really awesome. This is our own studio. In the future, in the very near future, you, the audience who think you're good enough to put together your own podcast or any type of material and content, will have the opportunity to actually rent out this very space that we're currently using. So this is all part of the bigger program of We Are Live as we continue to grow, and we are only able to grow because of our amazing listeners.
Listeners, sponsors, everybody who's helped. It's been amazing. I want to thank all the folks at Tech Electronics, our buddy Joe over there. I'll tell you more about them. We've got 4 cameras, Gardner, if we could do a little tech run through. We've got 4 cameras. We'll be showcasing.
Is there an emergency alert going on right now in the middle of our broadcast? Is there a thunderstorm on its way? To be honest, our debut show, it's literally going to be 2 hours of us figuring out
Tinkering.
what the hell all of this
Right.
can actually do.
I don't. You can't see the studio is actually very nicely designed. I mean, this is
I'll be
exciting.
putting up pictures later.
Oh, by the way,
all
yeah,
the
just in case
decorating.
anybody was worried about if you're going to come do a studio tour, come hang out, we'll eventually have some kind of a grand opening party. Bree did put the finishing touches on everything and charted out the design, so you won't feel like you're walking into like a frat house or anything
Yeah.
like
The
that.
first
Thank
episode, like the
God,
first scene in
because-
Saw.
Now you see my picture within the picture
Oh,
God, you are a handsome devil.
of your wide shot.
oh, yeah, look at him.
You're
Look
good.
at him
all
saying
this-
things like wide shot.
We call this the Ghost Hunter Cam.
Absolutely.
So I make faces like they do on Ghost Hunter. Aaron, my favorite character on that show, because he'll see a ghost or something. Of course he will see a ghost.
Yeah, of course.
Or something weird will happen, and his eyes always get wide, and he'll be like, "Did you hear that?"
I want to get you some green uplighting or something so it looks like you're in night vision.
I
Yeah.
don't know what that means, but okay.
Yeah, we're gonna make it
I'm
happen. We're gonna make
colorblind.
it look like you're in the dark.
And it's important that if you, again, we're still a pod, but if you want to get a general sense as to what's going on or what the studio looks like, check out the first few streams so you can have some sense when you're riding along in the car how completely ridiculous we probably look right now.
Yes,
So,
absolutely. You can check that out. Share it with your friends. Tag friends. Rate us. All that good stuff. It matters. You know, no hiding behind the crackle of AM radio anymore. It's all out there, baby.
Now, do you want the Travis Cam?
Yeah, let's see the Travis cam, the most infamous cam in all the land. Oh wow!
good morning. Welcome to We Are Live.
How long have you dreamed to have your own cam? I didn't know that.
I have dreamed a long time for this opportunity. You get a camera shot too.
Yeah.
You
I
have
like mine
one, too.
better.
You have
Let's
one.
do it. Let's go. Camera 1. Camera 2.
Oh. Did we get? Oh, Chris got color. Look at him, boy. All right. Yesterday,
I'm gonna have to work on weight loss and a tan. What do you think?
We'll get a makeup and hair
Yeah.
department for you.
We're
Okay.
gonna need a lot of makeup. We're gonna.
It's gonna be rough.
Now this isn't in HD, thank God. So you don't have
yeah.
to worry about that.
I've
Yeah.
been corrected so many times. So now we literally own a studio. So
Right.
we are studio owners. I can't tell you how many times I've been like, oh, we're streaming in 4K. It only streams in 720p on Facebook. We have 4K capable cameras, thanks to the good folks at Tech Electronics. So exciting times nonetheless. In regards to content that's going to be happening, we want to try and just bring the best show possible. We've been working hard on segments, video outside of the studio.
Oh, have we ever? Chris?
Yes, we have. Travis has been out and about. Gardner's now a filmmaker.
He is.
He is.
Love
so
it.
Plenty.
Gardner has become the third Coen brother, and I'm so proud of him because, like I said, a lot of this is very new to us, especially from the broadcast end, and so we're all being trained on something we are not well versed in.
If you're,
and so we're
And let me be clear, I have no idea what the hell I'm doing.
Thank God for the great John Beebe from By Jack. You know him. He's part of this. If you want to see what we've been
Yeah,
up
and
to.
I need to give him props in particular because John and I have been working on the technical end for a number of weeks now.
I was going to say, you get in an office with some folks and you start to see emotions run a little high. You see how people deal with adversity. There have been a few stomp out cigarette breaks. I'll just say that. I'll say that. And if that tells you anything, I don't smoke, so I just have crippling depression, and I go lock myself in the sales office. So
It's been costing me cigarettes. I've been handing them out. All right, let's go downstairs.
but that has to be
well, let's
enjoyable.
go figure. I think you guys are just acting mad to go smoke a dart. Like that's the thing. Like, let's go figure this out over a cigarette outside.
We've
I would
learned
never
everyone
do
has
that.
a certain vice when they get upset. Like, Travis just gets in the fetal position, starts drinking MD 2020 in the middle of the day.
We saw
Denman
that
just
video in the
runs out.
shower of you.
Oh, boy.
Can we talk about that?
Cinnamons?
So,
By the way, I didn't send the text out you had sent me that morning where you said, running late, I'll be into the office soon. trying to find some Mad Dog 2020.
Yeah.
This was at like 8:30 in the morning.
That was.
We have 2 showers in our offices, which could prove troublesome if we have like a grand opening
damn,
party here or
Skippy.
something. but-
HR might have something to say about that.
Bree, head of HR.
Yeah, like, be careful.
You've assigned yourself.
And for people that keep asking, because like we have a set now, we have lighting, we have all this stuff, and they said, so there'll be a casting couch.
Oh boy.
And I was like,
We do have a couch. I don't know if we
but
can see it right now.
That's not what
but
it's for.
That's,
so
at the
to
moment-
answer
For
all
photo
those burning
opportunities.
questions.
I've
And
said,
Travis, to be fair, was the first person I said, no, that's not what it's for.
which by the way, every time I've come up with a request for what we can add to the studio, everyone has said no each and every time. So we are under tight budget. No, but I mean, if revenue comes up short, I mean, we do have a couch and a camera, so it's not the worst idea we could come up with.
There's quite a market for overweight podcast host themed porn.
We can create our own genre.
I mean, if things go south, guys, you're going to have to buck up.
Yeah. Bree becomes the agent. Like, take off your
sorry,
clothes.
we got to pay the bills.
Yes. So again, throughout the stream, whether it's live, whether it's not, share it. That helps us.
Yes.
We're literally coming to you, hat in hand.
Yes.
I promised people a lot of views on this page, man. So make sure you share that. If you're not subscribed on iTunes, those things matter. That matters to us. There is no for radio. It was an excellent opportunity. It was a great launching pad. This is our dream. This is what we wanted to do, and this is where we're at. Mark Maron, podcaster, a guy who is not doing so great in stand-up comedy, was just on The Simpsons last night or recently. And that's a huge moment. And they're talking, he interviewed Krusty the Clown on The Simpsons. You know why I bring that up? Because he started it recording with a handheld recorder, going to Gallagher's hotel room, and he ends up with Obama in his garage, and he's on The Simpsons now. We're not
That's
saying we're Mark
insane.
Maron. I'm saying we're going to be bigger than Mark Maron.
There we
if
go.
I could make that
Right.
perfectly clear.
What
If
a
you do
mistake.
want to know, so there's been some other stuff too, where it's like, why is there a giant printer in some of the photos? Why do we have real offices? And why are we doing this? When you do stuff like this, you have to have a really solid business behind it and a really great team behind it. We formed a larger organization. It's called Midcoast Media. You can check out all of what we do at midcoast.media. That's midcoast.media. Check it out. It's cool. It's mainly for business purposes, but the We Are Live site should be live this week, finally.
We really are like Dunder
We've switched
Mifflin.
developers,
We need to
and
get
the guy
Ryan
helping
Howard
us
in
is
here.
fantastic, and he's very patient with me. So we're working on that. So we're still going to talk to comics. We're still going to. This is going to be what we actually want to do. Our goal was never to take over St. Louis radio airwaves. We had fun with it. Now we're doing this as a part of a bigger thing. I'm excited, quite frankly. If I may. Is that good? Is
absolutely,
that good?
yeah.
That was not
Repertoire?
Great.
Yeah, that's
But-
good.
Now-
Midcoast.media. Check it out. We're doing some cool things.
It's been a minute, so it's been a while since a lot of you have seen us or heard from us. I think it's appropriate before we go any further to try to catch up on what's been going on. We have missed a lot. I'm not comparing us to the Daily Show at all, but I remember when Jon Stewart
We did
would
talk
go
to
away.
Michael Costa,
Which
who
we will
you'll hear later.
Later in the show. But Daily Show, the funniest thing would always be when Jon Stewart would go on an extended break and something would happen with the presidency and he would just miss a week of outstanding material. We've been gone for close to 8 weeks. And so a lot has happened since the first week of January, since the last time we were on the air.
Can I talk about like 2 things that will remain?
Okay.
So we have a text line, right? Do we know the number to that, Travis?
Chris.
I do.
Chris.
314-669.
Nice.
1431.
One more time, Chris.
314-669-1431. You can text it. Now that we have video, you can see how it looks like, despite never having done cocaine, I do have the nose twitch. I do it. It's a problem. I have to work on those. You can see Travis with his hands down his pants most of the show, and you can see Bree dry heaving throughout that process. 314-669-1431. And you know why I bring that up, Travis?
Why is that, Chris?
Our first ever on air. We've had some raunchy texts sent since we put that out there on social media, but we do have our first text in during
Oh,
the
Yay!
broadcast.
Okay, here we go. I'm sure it's going to be very entertaining. Chris, please read it.
And I don't have names yet. So
Okay, that's fine.
The anonymity returns.
Perfect.
It's like you haven't seen your wife of 12 years and she's lost weight. She's come back, and it's like a new lover, Travis.
What?
So read it, and we should probably guess. You wanna
From
try
the
to
text
guess
line.
to see
Yeah,
what it
I think
is?
so.
Okay,
From
let's
our,
give
it a
we're
go.
pulling in
Okay.
some old
Yeah,
listeners.
yeah.
Who
Well,
we
and
got?
also, we should tell listeners if they're going to text in their name that they prefer.
I don't need that. I'll
just
I'll read
give
their
out their
I'll read their
number.
full
Their
number
phone
on
number.
the
That's fine.
stream.
That's fair.
That's fine.
You're
It's
gonna
go-
give other people's phone numbers. Let
Yeah,
them know.
yeah.
I'm
Perfect.
fine
This
with
it
that.
won't
You
go
don't even
around
have to
at all.
ask.
Yeah, it
I'll
won't
just
be.
assume that you wanted it. It's kind of how I live my life. It's going to. This is verbatim. It's going too hard to. This is what we're dealing with, people. It's going to be hard to hide my erection at work now, since I get to see that beautiful black mamba carrying man. Oh, black mamba carrying man every morning.
Oh, jeez.
By the way, your mom says hi, Travis.
That's not even necessary.
Sorry, I had her busy all weekend.
Well, that's so rude and inappropriate. That's not the type of show we plan on doing here. I can probably guess who that probably is.
Thanks for the text, Kinkle.
Yeah.
So if you want to remain anonymous, text in on that, or just comment on Facebook, which we do have a question from Facebook. We're going to jump to that.
Oh, wow. We're already taking Facebook questions. This
When
should be
does the
entertaining.
old Sugarfoot's Traview of the Oak Trolley get released? I forgot your old Sugarfoot. How is the Sugarfoot, by the way?
The foot is fine.
Eating all those damn pastries in the shower can't be helping.
It's a golf course, remember. We were going to do a golf course commercial for Old Sugarfoot.
Damn you all and my diabetes. No, I am very excited to debut some of our Traviews that you'll have an opportunity to see at some point this week. I'm not sure which one we're rolling out first, but we do have
Traviews
some...
are going to be a heavy part of this new show.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Travis lacks a skill set for anything in a business
that is
sense.
very true.
So, and I think they call it whoring out or what.
Well,
Travis, if you have an
yeah.
idea that we can go film Travis doing, he
Send
has
it
to
in.
do it.
Right.
That's a rule.
That's it. We've
he
got
has
a
to do
list,
it.
and it's amazing because now we have the time to do it and the capabilities, and he can't say no.
Email
Here's-
Beth at
Right.
midcoast.media.
Oh,
Take care.
boy.
I'll give you a little peek at what we got, Treview-wise.
Yeah?
We will get to the Oak Trolley.
Oh, also, if you want graphics or you feel our show is lacking any video content, just email Gardner, tell him to do it.
Yes, at any point throughout the show, if you're like, hey, can you guys come up with a scoreboard and just place it on the screen? Gardner will
I
quickly
can
get to
kill.
that.
I can't kill.
If you want comedy, watch two guys who aren't video producers try and roll out an entire 5-day-a-week video show with little to no experience. Gardner, not to cut down you or anyone else in the radio business.
Travis thought I was going to be making Black Panther.
I go to Gardner. Hey, can you get a different font?
Oh my God.
If you don't sit your black ass down, this is a different side of Gardner I've never seen before.
Oh my gosh! It's just you.
I haven't
There's
heard
much work that goes.
Gardner
into this
said
stuff.
"Negro, please" so many times over the last
I
8
never
weeks.
said that.
Negro, please.
He did. Tag him at what's your name on Twitter?
At CWG18.
Yeah. Tell the NAACP what he's been up to.
Now, a bit of a tease for
Okay.
what lies ahead in the Traview. I think we're going to do one tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
The first one
Oh, I'm excited. Which one?
is going to be the Fire Festival documentary.
Oh boy, we took the
Gosh.
time to check out the Fire Festival docs, which one of the many things that took place while we were off the air, and boy, oh boy, did we get.
Yeah.
Let's just say we got into it.
Now, you got blazed AF before you watched them.
Is that because it's called Fire? You blade like
Yeah, that's it.
That'd fit well.
That is exactly
We will
it.
have an Oak Trolley one. We have.
Can we explain to people? OPE is a very Midwestern normal thing.
Yes.
We've been arguing with our immigrant business
I
partner.
would say a regular thing, not a normal thing.
Thank you.
If you type in OPE, there are many articles.
Yeah, it's
there
regular.
Are many
Yeah,
normal
Beef's
things.
better
And it's
watch
hip.
it.
It's hip. Because he's over here trying to. I'm like, hey, bro, you got this Buy Jack thing. Like, make me some T-shirts. Come on, let's go.
You saw what
And
happened
he's
to
like,
21 Savage.
It should be OOP Trolley.
No.
No.
True.
OPE. OPE.
This is America.
I say it 7 times.
I saw it
Yeah.
last night.
The Oak Trolley.
And it was stopped on Del Mar. Traffic was lining up behind it, car 002. And cars started turning around because there was a car parked illegally that was getting ticketed and the trolley couldn't get by.
And so it stopped traffic.
We
I
were on our
imagine.
way to dinner. little bit of fondue at the melting pot.
Oh, boy.
fancy.
Not a sponsor.
Oh boy, fancy man.
3-hour dinner.
Oh jeez,
It's a lot. It's a long time.
it's a long ass dinner.
But we'll have the trolley. We're going to have esports
Yes.
at some point.
You
Oh, yeah.
eat what?
We went to an esports tournament.
Oh, did we ever?
Why?
And probably the most random sighting of anyone I've ever seen in my life at this esports tournament.
And it was incredibly fun. Our good friend John Beebs, he used to be a part of that world, and he introduced us to the world of esports. And boy, oh boy,
Eye-opening.
was it a trip! It was
Yeah.
incredibly eye opening. So that'll
It
be a
was
part of the
fun.
Treview. We have another one where we made a trip in the winter storm to pick up some delicious Kool-Aid.
You're going to be ranking Kool-Aid.
Going to be ranking my Kool-Aid flavors going forward here. So this is going to be,
And-
as you can tell, we have taken the last 2 months to come up with very original, nuanced content, Chris.
I think
Correct.
also the plan is for next week to have Post-Dispatch columnist Ben Fredrickson in studio
Yay!
for
Doctor.
an interview and to also participate in a Traview.
You know what's nice
This is gonna
about,
be
and this
good.
is dead serious. So we're
Yeah.
in St. Louis, Missouri. It's really nice to say like, hey, we're not that we ever were,
Right.
not competitors anymore. Media friends,
Right.
come hang out.
That is the very cool part about it, being able to, because there are a lot of talented people in this industry, but because they have ties, of course,
And I
to news
totally get it.
stations
You get
and
a
radio
corporate radio
stations.
station that's weird about it.
And yeah,
Totally
that
get it.
completely understands. But now that we have our own entity and our own studio, we're going to be able to invite some more of our friends in the media business
Look-
here in St. Louis by the studio. It's going to be a lot of fun.
And look forward to that, by the way. Impolite Company's going to be here. Our boy Matt Whitener, recently engaged.
Let's give some
Yes.
shout. Let's do some shout outs while we're here. I know we have to
Congratulations.
catch up on a lot, so let's do those
Yeah.
shout. Speaking of Chris Sear, this of course is the 1 year anniversary of Black Panther, and my good friend Chris Sear. one
You
of the
are really
funniest
brave to
men.
bring that up.
I am, because it's about to win Best Picture at the Academy Awards. But Chris Sear
That's
gave
funny.
me this a year ago, and I wanted to thank him. And Chris, of course, being one of the funniest people in St. Louis, and of course one of my other favorite gifts we got when we were on the radio. Thank you. Or the book by Jonathan Abrams, The Wire. So I brought these as my toys, and of course for those who are checking out the We Are Live, you can see Gardner's carte blanche Lego cart. Look at that little bad boy Bree's playing with.
So Matt Whitener's going to be doing some stuff here. We're working on a bunch of different projects. We definitely still have Dr. Ed coming in every
Oh, do
Wednesday.
we?
Dogs on Film. You know him from Hillside Animal Hospital. We'll tell you more about that. Travis, you know what else is happening?
What is that, Chris?
My transitions to library
You
is
still
still
got it,
pretty
baby.
good.
You still got it, baby.
1860s Saloon this Sunday. That's the 24th. You ready for this?
Okay.
Is your pet the best dressed?
Damn Skippy.
Most talented?
I believe so.
After the Mardi Gras Pet Parade on Sunday, February 24th, come by 1860's tent at 9th and Geyer. Estimated 90,000 people.
Oh, that's about small potatoes.
For
that
the
make you
Pet
nervous?
Parade.
Does that make
It
you
does,
nervous,
because
Travis?
I don't think the population of the city of St. Louis is 90,000, so that is scary.
And then you add the
Well, this-
dogs.
Yes.
This is
and
special.
other pets that people bring out. Because it's not just dogs. People will bring. Sometimes you see
Their
an
subs or
obscure,
something?
an
Like
obscure like pet that they bring.
Name no white ass pets them white people be bringing. You can name it over.
there's-
Aardvark.
I mean, I've seen somebody with a cat
Emotional
on a leash,
support,
and it's
mini
not,
horse.
you know, there's that, and then like the little weird hamster. I don't know.
You ain't gonna see Michael Vick out there. I'll tell you that.
I'll say this. This is our inaugural Oscars party.
Nice.
Before the Human Academy Awards the same night.
Yeah.
Entrance to the 1860s Paul Oscars Ha 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 party, hosted by us, myself, and Travis. It's free. It's going to include music by the Ross Bell Band. Travis, you wear your boots. It's
Oh,
going to
yeah.
be exciting. Games, giveaways, and some friendly competition. Food and drinks available for purchase from 1860s Saloon, Game Room, and Hardshell Cafe. Here's a quick rundown of the schedule. 1 p.m. is the Purina Pet Parade. 2 p.m. we're going to kick it off at 9th and Geyer, and we'll be partying with music, all that good stuff I just mentioned. We'll give away Best Dressed. We'll even do a little live version of Dogs on Film presented by Hillside Animal Hospital. 3:30, we'll hand out Best Actor, Pet Talent Show, and awards. If you want to compete, check out our Facebook event. Just type in 1860s Paw, like your dog's paw, Oscars party on Facebook. Say you're coming, share your friends. We wanted to have some fun when there's that many pet owners around. You know, we all like our pets. So come hang out with us at 1860s this Sunday and see Travis in a Mutts Cuts t-shirt.
I wouldn't go that far. Can I ask a question before we move on? And
Please.
this is in
Don't.
regards to
No.
your ad.
If we say no, are you going to listen?
I guess I have to.
That was discussed yesterday. Little peek behind the curtains. Officially, yes.
You may proceed.
Oh, nice. See, now you don't have to have a girlfriend.
I know, right?
You
Sit
get the
your
whole
ass
experience.
down. You ain't got pull your damn pants up.
We're gonna train you before we release you into the wild.
I know, that's smart.
Go on.
You know, if I said that, it would be taken much differently.
Because-
Absolutely.
Co-host suggests black co-host should be trained and released to the wild.
Why y'all be dressing up y'all dogs?
I
you're so
don't.
cute.
Like, that's gonna be that's
Right.
the honest answer. Because it's adorable.
I mean, my dogs have. There's that one Christmas photo of their Christmas sweaters, and it was for 30 seconds, and that's it. And
I'm sorry,
I don't
real
put
quick.
shirts on my dogs.
If you're telling me if I dressed up, we got the 4 main characters in Seinfeld. If we had an Elaine, a Jerry, a George, and a
It's
Kramer
amazing.
dressed up,
That's
you're not going to
pretty
go.
good.
Boom, boom, boom.
Right.
that'd be
Like the
pretty damn
creativity behind
adorable.
it's fun.
Okay. All right.
It's
I just
fun.
wanted
It's kind
to
of
be
like
cool.
jazz.
wouldn't go that far.
Where were you going with your thought?
No, that was it. I was just curious as to why you guys are so, and why you guys, you know who I'm talking about, why y'all so intense about dressing your dogs. But it's exciting because I've seen these in the past, and I know these the Poskers will be a big hit because people
Right.
will actually like dress up their dog as Jennifer Lawrence and Stanley Tucci. I don't know. I'm just naming random actors here, but I would imagine that's what people dress them up as, right? No.
It is impressive how creative they get, not only with the costumes themselves, like the DIY behind it,
Yes.
but then also just the idea itself. Like, oh, I made my dog look like an alligator, and there's like this long tail that comes off of
Aw.
it. It's cute. And
Okay,
for the
that
one
is
time a year,
adorable.
like, it's not like they're dressing them up to go run errands or something. Like,
I
it's a
took my
fun
damn
party.
dog there when she was like 6 months old. Pit bull, loved every dog on the planet, was sweeter. And a damn dachshund bit her, and she was like, huh. And
Oh,
I think
boy.
like 7 seconds later, she realized 2 shakes and she could take care of it. Has not gotten along with dogs in public sense.
It's always the small ones, picking on
It
the bigger
is.
ones.
Don't
It
bring
really
your jerk
is.
dog. Bring your nice dog.
And also, can
Right.
I make this PSA? Do
Bree.
not put. Can I bring?
We're gonna have to talk about this off
Okay.
camera,
Yeah.
but yes, you may go.
Do not dress your dogs up in blackface. Just
I do have a white dog.
normal
What if I brought my
PSA.
dog in with
That's we get it. Your dog's LeBron James. Just put on the Lakers jersey. We got it. You do not need to. That PSA just goes for everyone, even the owners. It'd be
Right.
also nice. Owners
Yeah.
do not also dress up in blackface.
Lots of texts coming in. We'll get to those in a
Even
second.
if you have a black lab, like don't be like, oh, I'm dressing up like my dog. No, just wear the whiskers.
Right.
The,
You don't
gold,
need to put
the
the
golden
makeup.
retrievers yelling at the black
Yes.
labs
Leave
to pull
the
up
sh-
their pants.
Leave the shoe polish at home.
Definitely. We'll do the Great American Race. That's a new segment today. But we're going to stick with fair or foul. Somehow that made it through.
What do you mean somehow? How do you think this beautiful studio was built? On the shoulders of fair or foul, of course. This what is it attracted all those.
So for those of you maybe that are new, fair or foul is how we end the show. We provide you with a topic.
Oh, yeah.
You email us and you win prizes. $10 to Buzz's Hawaiian Grill is your prize. And guess what? Since Bree's in full time, everyone, you're going to have an opportunity to come pick up your prizes.
There will be a very
There will be no
organized
U.S.
schedule.
mail.
Yeah, there's
There
no
are
mailing.
spreadsheets involved.
And it's going to be, you got this much time to pick it up.
It will
and if not,
literally
it is
come out of my
absorbed.
paycheck
Thank
if
you.
you don't get your stuff. Please, for the love of God, for me, pick up your Buzz's Hawaiian Grill $10 gift certificate. We're doing it for you, people. So make sure to get those in WAL at weareliveradio.com. What's the topic today, Mr. Gardner?
Give me
Okay.
1
Oh,
second.
boy.
I got to pull it.
Get out of meltdown.
Why did you give him an instruction in the middle of the show? We talked about this
Why-
specifically.
How
I didn't
dare
know
you.
I was giving it. All right, fair or foul today.
And I want some reasoning for this topic. Go ahead.
Well, it's President's Day.
No, it is.
Oh, happy President's Day,
And
everybody.
we're surviving.
We're
We
in the midst
are
of something.
surviving, folks. Fair or foul. President Trump declaring a national emergency to fund building a wall on our nation's southern border.
Fair or foul. See,
You
the
could-
best
now
thing
we
now
have
with
video.
yes.
People can see how
Right, yeah.
stupid you are.
No, well, not
Hang on,
really.
wait.
It kind of makes
Hey,
it with better
do your,
effects.
Do your white person impersonation. No one ever got to see that before.
Oh, okay.
This is a thing?
This is a gift from me to you for Black History Month.
Oh, wait. Do you want to give him? You want to do your close up, Cam?
Ready? Here we go.
Yeah, hold on 1 second.
Watch us work
Prep
through
yourself,
it.
right.
We're teching it out. Thanks to Tech
Oh,
Electronics.
look at me. My kids, they go to a private school. We live in a gated community. We're so cool.
See how cool it looks?
That's getting clipped and will be made into a video and sent to all Donald Trump supporters. Oh, by the way, that really had a lot of impact with your Boys in the Hood T-shirt.
What? Shout out to John Singleton. We're friends on Twitter.
I don't think that's how Twitter works at all. So get your fair fouls in. President Trump declaring a national emergency to fund building a wall on our nation's southern border. WAL, W-A-L, at weareliveradio.com. Prize $10 to Buzz's Hawaiian Grill. Buzz's going to be doing some cool stuff here as well in
Pumped
studio.
about that.
That's right.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
I will be living off Masubi for the rest of the year. Mr. Gardner, it looks like you want to say something.
I also have a melee for today.
Oh,
we're doing the melee.
We meleeing it
We
up
won't do a melee
in the morning.
every morning.
No.
Okay, just here and there.
Yeah.
Where do we
Sprinkles
find
of
it?
It'll be at the We Are Live
Like I lobbed it to him.
Twitter
Yeah.
page. And
At
also-
We Are Live Radio on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all that good stuff.
And I'll put it on the Friends of Wall page.
Oh,
whenever
the
we do
private
it.
group,
Yes.
which was purged a couple weeks ago and is much smaller now.
do we have MAGAs in there? What was that all
I
about?
don't know. I think Zuckerberg put the
Hey.
clamps down on people that don't comment in a group. And I was like, well,
That was
fair.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah.
Be careful, Travis, going after megas. Because while we've been away,
Oh,
I've dabbled a little in it myself.
Oh, he did. That's
I'm
what
trying
happens
new things.
when Gardner gets bored. He just goes, "Yeah, I'm going to go against my political views for the next few weeks." I'm like, "What?" Like, yeah, I'm going to try MAGA out for size. I was
Well,
like, "Okay."
I'm trying to keep an open mind.
This is you just want chaos.
I'm trying to keep an open mind. So I dabbled in
ass like a
mega.
bug.
I'm trying to get in contact with Jose Canseco about going on a Bigfoot and alien excursion. See him tweeting about that. So we'll get to some of that later.
Just
but,
because we can do what we want doesn't mean we should.
yeah,
That's
okay. Hey, Bree,
good luck. Good luck.
You're trying to reason with him and I.
I know it's an uphill battle
All
for
right,
sure.
the melee.
Okay.
Presidents themed as well. Who of these 4 fictional TV presidents is your favorite?
Who do we have?
David Palmer.
Can you say where each one
Yep.
of these are from?
David
Yep,
Palmer,
do
of course,
that.
is the first black president on 24.
There
That was
more
played
than
by
one?
Dennis Haysbert.
You said first
Oh,
black
sorry.
president on 24. So was there more than one black president on 24?
Yes.
Okay. Who was the other one?
His brother.
I get it.
Spoiler
Like,
alert.
No, they're just friends.
no, yeah, that's you say friends, not brother.
It was his brother
Brother.
on the show.
No,
becomes
I
friend.
get it. He's friends. That's
No,
what
no,
you
like
people
the
say.
actual-
Just
blood
because they're
brother.
friends doesn't mean
No.
he's president.
Brother.
He's
It was
not
his-
next
it
in
was his-
line.
Oh, it's one of those black exploitation films,
No,
Gardner.
it's
It's
not.
like
It's-
President
it was-
Brother.
It was on Fox. I don't.
Was
so.
Chris Rock in it?
No, he was not in it.
Yeah,
was
he
an
did.
actual
Actually,
actor.
a white guy died, and then or Chris Rock came back as the white guy as
This
the president.
sounds like from the creators of "I'm Gonna Get You." Sucker.
No, this was
The
an
Wayans
actual-
brothers
actual
involved?
Presidential brother.
The creator is showrunner's a notorious conservative. This is crazy talk.
Why do you have to be
Okay.
notorious if you're conservative?
You know why.
Option 2.
Option 2.
Oh boy, I don't know about this one, Gardner.
Can we?
Frank,
Oh, by the way, on the
Wait,
Midcoast,
no.
the Midcoast Media grocery list. What do they give for ADHD? Just
No
write that
sugar,
down,
that's
whoever.
for sure.
You said who was the second option?
Frank Underwood.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Frank Underwood from House of Cards. Also played by a particular actor who I'm not sure, are we allowed legally to mention his
I
name?
don't know if he's gonna get in trouble.
Yeah. Moving on.
Fair enough.
He seems to be in trouble.
Yep.
From last I checked.
Option C, as I said, option 2
Uh-huh.
previously. We'll go option C this time. Josiah Bartlett.
One of the greatest
Yes.
TV presidents of all time, of course, played by the great Martin Sheen on West Wing. Josiah Bartlett.
Never
President
seen it.
Bartlett. Shut up.
Never have once
You've
seen-
not seen one episode of The West Wing.
My husband's watched the series entirely from start to finish, I think 3 times.
I am up
In
there
a
with your
really
husband on
short
that one.
amount of time.
Yes.
Like, for how many episodes there are in seasons?
Yes, they're like 22 episodes each season.
And there's like 7 seasons?
Yeah, and there's 7 seasons.
Yeah. So are they an hour long?
They're an hour long?
Yeah, so
Yeah,
it's not a main hour.
You haven't seen The West? Are you serious?
It's really good.
Never seen him.
It's one of the greatest
Yeah.
shows of all time. All right, who's our final option?
Mackenzie Allen.
Okay, I don't know Mackenzie Allen. Who's this particular president?
It is Gina Davis from Commander-in-Chief.
Oh, I remember
Oh,
that.
yeah.
I do remember that. Women presidents. Nice try. Oh, Hollywood, are you and your liberalism? We have candidates that are running for president that are women? Oh, well, this is a news to me.
Definitely is.
How many episodes of Commander-in-Chief did you watch?
I watched 0.
Okay. Anyone at this table also see any episodes of Commander-in-Chief starring Gina Davis?
Watching reruns or streaming news radio at that point.
I was
Okay.
gonna say not my style of show in general, so
So your
I
favorite?
haven't watched it.
They're good. I love political shows. So I know most of these guys: David Palmer, Frank Underwood, Josiah Bartlet, Mackenzie Allen. Are your 4 fictional TV presidents? Which one is your favorite?
At We Are Live Radio on Twitter for the Melee, and we'll announce the results at the end of the show, maybe Thursday. I don't know. What do you want to do?
We could do into the show.
Yeah.
That's what we had done in the past.
Right.
So let's continue. with
Okay.
that.
That's not bad. Now, Chris, you mentioned earlier a new segment that we're going to roll out as a part of the reimagined We Are Live. And it is called the Great American Race. I don't know if you guys have ever
Doesn't
heard.
sound like something this show would use as a segment.
Well, if anything, We Are
Correct, Sean.
Live is basically nothing more than a podcast that determines which race is superior.
what?
Did you say witch or rich?
Which
Can we
do we have any
have that?
doctors-
Do we have any
Superior.
doctors tuning in that could diagnose a stroke as we're live?
So what we will do with this segment, Chris and I will choose 2 stories that we think would poorly reflect the other person's community. We'll start with a credit score of 850. Because Chris is white and I'm black, I'll start at 650. And at the end of the month, we'll determine by the better credit score who is indeed the great American race.
He looked at his
I'm
camera and Gardner's
uncomfortable.
working on something else. So wait.
Rats.
So when we do this, is this going to be a daily segment, weekly segment?
It's going to be a weekly segment.
Okay.
You and I will have the opportunity of picking news stories. We will not know about the
gonna
news
crush
stories
you.
beforehand.
Crush you.
We all get to pick 2 news stories. Today, we're just going to do one just to walk it through with everyone. But the idea is to find the most incriminating story possible out there in the world that we believe poorly reflects the other person's community. Gardner and the audience will come up with a score of how many points to deduct from our credit score. And then we'll determine at the end of the month who indeed is the great American race.
So we're going to get into that this segment or next hour?
We can get into it whenever.
Well,
Let's do it next
before-
hour. I don't want to give Gardner too many
Right.
additional
Now
assignments in the middle of this show right
Understanding
now.
how this is going, because I had heard you guys talking about it, and I was like, no, I want to hear about it when we go live. So, did you say rich as a Freudian slip instead of witch?
He had white on the mind.
It wasn't so much a stroke or whatever. It was just that's where your head was at.
I was putting
Makes
it
more
out
sense.
there, letting everybody know
Okay.
that white privilege
Oh my God.
Okay.
exists.
Gardner, how's my close-up cam
Oh
looking?
boy, here we go. You got a close-up shot? You got something to say?
Oh, old and weathered. Let's see, this. Do a
By the
quick
way,
check.
how you looking? You looking
I
good?
don't really like the way my hair's going right now, and
Oh,
I
give
don't
me a
understand how
break.
cameras work, so I'm grabbing the wrong side. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to tell you guys about Hillside Animal Hospital.
By the way, while you're doing that, we don't have music bed yet, but I know it's been a
Give me a
while.
light beat.
Oh,
Give me a
no.
light beat to read while I'm reading this. Hillside Animal Hospital.
Music.
Don't forget-
Modest Mouth. Modest
Like I
Mouth.
said,
Are you ready?
a quick light
It's
beat.
been back. You
A
ready, baby?
quick
Let's
light beat.
do it.
Quiet. Dogs on Film every Wednesday with Dr. Ed. Hillside Animal Hospital, full-service veterinary medical facility located right here in St. Louis, Missouri. Professional and courteous staff at Hillside Animal Hospital seek to provide the best possible medical care, surgical care, and dental care for their highly valued patients. You can visit Hillside Animal Hospital online on Facebook. You got a convenient South City location near the Hill. Bringing your pets to Hillside is convenient and easily accessible. For directions, their location, again, check out the website. And again, every Wednesday, Dr. Ed will join us for Dogs on Film.
Modest Mouth.
Wow.
You can catch anytime here on We Are Live 5 days.
Thanks.
A week.
Now we have to refund that ad. Nice.
That was good. You still got it, Guardsy. You still got it, my friend.
We've been, along with dabbling in MAGA, make all grizzlies go away, by
Nice.
the way. And trying to go on an alien excursion with Jose Canseco. We've been practicing. We've had time.
We have
to
had
practice
time.
with Modest Mouse.
Chris, how
Let's-
do you like that?
That's terrible, and I want to catch up on some texts to cleanse my palate.
Oh,
Yes,
please do.
please.
I was
Do
in the loop.
something.
I was in the loop Friday night and saw 0 trolleys. I guess they're like Travis and don't work when the hawk is out.
This is fair.
It's from Cankles.
This is fair.
Keith-
By the way, how cool was that hawk in that open? How cool was that hawk?
Yeah, if you missed it, go back at the beginning. We have a really cool video thing that John and Chris and Travis put together, and it features a very terrifying hawk. That's
What's
one of
great about that open, there are a few Easter eggs in there. If you look closely towards the end of the
them. Are
open.
we popular enough to have Easter eggs?
Oh, we are. Yeah.
I think that's just things people don't care
Right.
about.
We just project. We just
Yeah,
project.
that's true.
But you will see a couple of athletic shots of a younger Chris and Travis Terrell.
I'm really glad I got that text too late when you guys were putting that together.
Oh.
I have this text on my phone that says, Bree, we need a picture of you from back in the day if you played a sport in high school, junior high, like awkward photo. And I was like, I don't know if I need to bring that to light. And so I did find one. Gardner does have a copy of it now
Oh,
that
yeah.
I'm talking and remembering.
Uh-huh.
Dang it.
Yep. You will see that. See, that's what you can get when you look into the video feed.
It is saved on my phone, just so you're aware.
Nice.
This is so
Sweet
we've been
Jesus.
doing radio. I'm always used to Gardner just being behind me and never looking at him,
Yep.
and now I can see him when he's ready. And there's even a camera. He puts the camera, gets it ready. So our timing's going to be really great here. More texts coming in. If you want to text in, be part of the fun, feel free. Everybody, you know what that number is?
What is that, Chris?
I don't. I was asking you. 314-669.
Nice.
1431. More texts to read really quick. Choo choo. Glad to have you guys back on. That's from the Galesburg Conductor.
Nice.
I've missed these nicknames.
Me too.
They're so good.
I guess who this is from. Why aren't you wearing your yarmulkes?
No, I wonder.
Oh, boy. I wonder. Oh, my.
I think mine's in my bag, actually.
That's got to be
I
the
did
great
put
Yale
that on
Hollander.
I did put that on my dog's head.
We are.
I don't know if that was.
Our
It
offices
wasn't.
are in the Kransberg Arts Foundation's Zach building.
Don't tell them where we're at.
Oh, well.
There's no
I mean,
windows
it's
in
on
this
the
room. We're
address.
in an undisclosed location. We don't need stalkers and hate mail.
Congrats on the launch. You all look fabulous. That's Hard G, formerly known as Pepe. By the way, 720p adds 15 pounds.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
I feel like that was directed at you. That wasn't directed at me.
Just know our wardrobe will be a lot of dark colors.
Oh man, thank
for
God.
the foreseeable
I
future.
do like that. I tend to wear a lot of darker blue, and I'm just going to blend into the
I was gonna say, I was looking, I was like, you can't wear navy every day now.
Man.
That's not allowed.
Another question from Hard G. Hey, gang, now that this is a 2-hour stream and not a radio, will there be a bathroom break? Speaking
yes.
of streams, there will be a slight break in between segments is how we'll do it live, and then you can download the podcast later on. Another text coming in. Gardner isn't a true MAGA supporter if he didn't purchase a Trumpy bear.
I don't know if we want that on our expense sheet.
That costs money.
Yeah.
It
Can that be written
does.
off?
That's the only thing. If it did not
Well, if
go to
you're a
the
MAGA
actual
supporter,
president,
you should be automatically loaded, right?
good point.
Well, yeah, I mean, my tax return, I'm expecting more money.
Yes,
Right.
that's what the tax cuts were for.
That's right. That's how that works, right?
Yes. It means
Okay.
you're going to be richer when you get your taxes back.
God bless Trump.
Oh, boy.
Don't you forget it, everybody. So it's the new WAL. If you're just tuning in live, we appreciate it. The Facebook live stream. Share it. Share away. If you're downloading this later, do your thing. Review us on iTunes, wherever you want to get in on everything.
We got an interview later on in the show with our friend. We can officially call him a friend because he sort of kind of remembers us when he saw us. That's Michael Costa, of course, of The Daily Show, who was in town last weekend at at Funny Bone, at one of the comedy clubs. I hope
Michael Costa was at Funny Bone last weekend. Had a great time. We had a wonderful.
look,
We had a
Beth, I'm
kick-ass
sorry. I
conversation
screwed that
with
up.
him.
I know, Beth. I hope I didn't make your job harder just by screwing up the wrong comedy club.
We had a kick-ass conversation with him. We thought it would be worthwhile to run during the live stream. You can check that out. It's also on standalone, uploaded and everything. But Michael's a very funny, very smart individual who's on The Daily Show, former professional tennis player, And the fine folks here at the .Zac building let us record that in Sophie's, the artist lounge, downstairs. So that was a lot of fun as well. What do you want to get into? You look like you're raring and ready.
I don't know where to start, Gardner.
Mr.
Oh, hey, he's jumping in.
Ghost cam, look out.
Can you make it all the screen for the folks?
I can. I'd rather not.
No.
This is a game
Not
called
after- not
Chris
after-
Tests Gardner's boundaries.
Not after that 15-pound tax. He's not going to zoom in if people are going to tear us apart.
Okay, so I thought we should probably catch up on some things that we missed.
Let's do it.
While we've been away.
Absolutely.
So let's run through some items. Some
Okay, what do we got?
Stories that are going to vary. It could be
and we
political, could be pop culture,
Yeah.
sports.
Okay.
What else? I mean, it's going to be local. It's going to be national. So let's go through a few things here.
Okay, what do you got?
The federal government shut down
I remember that.
and reopened. Almost shut down again. And now we're in a national emergency.
Okay.
It's been a rough
I don't
late
even
week.
remember what day of the national emergency.
Do you see what happens when we go away?
Is this day 4?
By the
Day
way,
4
so
of the crisis.
imagine.
Milk, bread, and eggs too.
Yeah.
Get
Got
that
it.
for this national.
Imagine
emergency.
if you listen to our radio show, right? You just turn us on, whatever. We were on mornings on WGNU. Again, thanks to WGNU for the great time we had over there. You're listening, and then you just don't. You're just like, and then you tune in today. So it feels like we just kind of hung out for a couple months. And I don't know if you've noticed, we've all aged like 3 years in that 2 months.
No doubt about
Our
it.
brains are swollen from
We're
all the
not
new stuff we've had to learn.
I thought I
We're
had
not
an answer.
Relationships crumbling. We have everything.
We literally
just-
aren't eating.
Yeah.
We literally have worked
Forgetting
several
to
weeks
eat.
and just forgetting to eat. This is how
I did that 3 days in a
intense-
row recently.
This is how intense this has been for
Travis
everyone.
is still single. Gardner and I are no longer friends.
Damn. Bree
I
is
stole
drinking
food.
more.
No, I haven't
Bree
been
is
drinking.
stealing
That's
food.
That's the problem. The last month, like, it's been no drinking, and then like all this is happening. I was like, like, what are we gonna do? But yeah, I stole food because I didn't eat. Like, who does that?
It's new. I never knew
Right.
Bree was a criminal.
So we're-
I've been panhandling in front of the .Zac building. I'm pretty good at it. I'm pretty good.
Chris, are you coming in?
I've
No,
gained
man, I
weight-
need
I've
some for
gained
lunch.
weight. I've gained weight. Even not having groceries. I've gained weight. Hey, dog, you gonna finish that sandwich?
It's been bad.
Gardner's picking up cigarettes off the ground and finishing them.
Oh, he's so good at
I've
that.
done
Have
that
you seen
before.
it?
Oh,
he
no.
does it too. He's like
You
a
should have
ninja.
seen me
He,
when
like,
I was a drinker.
Walks by, spins, keeps it lit. It's amazing.
You know how bad it is? We've been borrowing money from Sean. That's how bad it's gotten.
Sean,
us.
if you're not familiar, is our Dogs on Film voice. He's
And
fantastic.
he has one for you this Wednesday.
Amazing.
Yeah. Anybody going to tell Dr. Ed we're not doing the show at 11?
Yeah, we should
He's a
probably.
very important man.
Somebody
He's
needs to
like,
talk
Chris,
to him today.
I canceled surgery and a Rottweiler died.
Just
you have to tell me.
To tease a little bit on Dogs on Film this week, Sean will discuss why he's been randomly falling down recently.
Has he turned into Wobbles your cat? There's so much backstory we have to give a lot of you new listeners. But Sean is St. Louis's version of inebriated Forrest Gump. He's
I was
seen
gonna
it
say-
all.
I was gonna say
he's
if-
done it all.
If Gollum was allowed out in the light
Yes.
at all times.
Yes. And he is a man of many secrets, many secrets, and yet we let him inside of our office.
Yeah.
So I don't know how this is all
He
going to
likes
play.
it here. He told me he likes it here.
He's going to wake up one morning. There's
You let him
Sean
in here?
underneath the studio
I let him in
desk.
here, yeah. We
I haven't
recorded
met
it here.
him yet.
Oh,
By
he
the
is
way, for
everything
anybody
you've
getting
ever
any
heard.
ideas, you can pick up your prizes at the front entrance.
Thank you, Chris.
And there's about 17 levels of security
Thank
to get
you.
into our place. So.
Take that, MAGA.
Except,
hater.
except when I forget to take the sign off the front door that says, "Oh no, come on in." we had office salespeople come in. Hey, bro, how's your paper needs? The best quote of all time. John Beebe goes, "Sir, we haven't used a ream in the 3 months that we've been here. Not even a ream." So do yourselves a favor. If you have an office suite in a multi-use building, don't leave signs on the door that say, "Come on in."
So, catching up still, we're in a national emergency.
Day
to-
4, crisis at the border.
What are we building? Is it a wall, technically?
Steel
Is it a
slats.
fence?
Steel
slat
slats. And then-
barrier?
Yeah.
And believe it or not, coyotes
Gotta keep those out.
Gotta keep them.
Gotta keep those
Especially,
out.
that's why you don't.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys know
That's why you don't put pies in your windows anymore.
You guys know I don't tweet, political stuff really, or get involved just with the madness. But our president is on Twitter all the time.
He is.
That all caps tweet saying, "We built the wall,"
Right.
invoked something in me that I've never done, and I sent a meme of Chris Farley and Adam Sandler doing the. No, you didn't. I was just like, I don't care if you're for him, against him, or anything, but like, whoa, no, all caps, bro. Come on, man.
So we've got that going on. We had a Chicago Cub call St. Louis boy.
That was a big deal for 2 hours. Who got seriously mad about that?
Our good friend, the Yodfather, Yadier Molina. He was not happy about
Yes,
it one
he took to
day.
Instagram.
I liked that. I did like that. Though.
He took
that showed
to
Petty.
the IG.
You love Petty.
I do love Petty. That was finally when
And
baseball
John
finally woke up.
Brebbia responded as well. He was on the Cardinal Caravan at the time because it was around the winter warm-up.
Right.
And Brebbia said, "Cry me a river, loser."
Nice.
Joking.
That was pretty good.
Brebbia's funny.
Always good to tap into the Justin Timberlake crowd when you're throwing hate.
Give me your best. Oh wow!
Cry me.
This is just
The studio really picks up my vocals very well.
Yeah.
I like so far so good.
Also, another local story. Better Together STL announced a plan to reunify St. Louis City and St. Louis County.
Can you catch me up on this? Because I can't tell if I'm supposed to be super excited about a merger or if they're evil men trying to steal black babies and the like.
Probably likely. It's a little bit of both.
Yeah.
What, for those who are not familiar, St. Louis has been chopped up into 90 plus municipalities. In St. Louis County alone, you will drive maybe 10 minutes, you'll hit about 25 municipalities. So the objective is to merge both the county and the city. And this has been in discussions for many years. And now there's an organization that has the money, the means, the resources to actually make it happen. And it's currently meeting some resistance from those 90 plus municipalities.
Shocking.
So that's what's currently going on
one
in the city
in
of St. Louis.
particular, Chesterfield, has at least considered trying to form Chesterfield County.
Now, Chesterfield is one of the wealthier communities, if you will, the more affluent, if you will, community-ish.
The land of
High, upper middle class.
outlet malls.
Yes, upper middle class St. Louis.
2 outlet malls, each one has a Brooks Brothers.
Yes, it does.
Right.
You're
So
correct.
I'm a big fan of that.
And it's home of Top
Action.
Golf. So
Cookie
Top Golf's in
cutter.
the
Yeah.
area, so it's a very...
It's a mold.
Yes, it is
Cookie
indeed.
cutter, suburbia, everything.
So
planned
they're
out
exploring the
perfectly.
idea, apparently, at least some people within their city government.
Let me guess. They would like to separate?
Yeah, I've said I should run the marketing for them for this. Here is some people are calling it Chex-It.
Nice.
What?
Some people
Nice.
equals Chris Gardner to his
But
girlfriend.
I got a line for them to use, a slogan. Secede from the reunion.
Ooh.
Secede
I like this.
from the reunion.
Nice. Look, he looked at his camera.
I learned
Yeah.
that from you,
The
Dad.
pause was good too.
Okay. And by the way, we have designed Chesterfield County T-shirts,
Oh,
which
boy.
should be going on sale soon.
Where can you get those?
We'll have them on buyjack.com.
The We Are Live store
Yeah,
at
the We Are Live
buyjack.com.
store.
Buyjack, part of the family of brands here at Midcoast Media.
Some more local stuff, though, too. The
Real
Loop-
quick, give me your best Buyjack. Say in English, in your English accent.
Okay, Bree, you go first. I'm
Say,
gonna get
what is
Bree's
it?
English.
Chesterfield County is what you're calling it. Tell me.
No, they're calling it.
them.
Right.
Yeah, them two dudes at the bar he
They.
was talking to. Tell me the Chesterfield County shirt is now available at buyjack.com.
The Chesterfield County
Nope,
shirt
nope,
is
nope.
available
Why is it
with
always
teas and
Nigerian?
with
What?
teas and crumpets. Check out the Chex-It shirts. That was pretty. That was better.
Our British
that wasn't
listeners are
bad.
going
What
nuts.
accent was that?
That was that.
Yeah.
Answer the question.
That was South London.
I don't
South London
think
accent.
so.
Bruv.
Okay.
There we
You
go.
sounded
back.
almost
Good.
Irish.
like a
Coming
leopard-
now for your free reading.
Yeah.
That's not even close. That's Cleo.
Like,
That's not bad. All right, let me hear you. Let me hear your British accent, pal.
Questions I have the answer.
That'll be for
Gardner,
crystal clear predictions, which we'll do at some
another
point.
segment we're going to get to. Gardner, what do you got? What were you going with?
Another local story. We mentioned the Oak Trolley already.
Yep.
But they got a third car.
Ooh.
3 cars now
The
for
trifecta.
the trolley. I wanted to get personal a little bit.
Okay.
This is for Denman.
Ugh.
Something he did. Well.
Oh.
Are you serious?
Yep.
I didn't approve this.
Well, Chris watched season 2 of The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, thinking it was season 1.
You don't have proof of this. You don't have proof of this.
Do you think I don't record conversations with people?
So
There's
Chris,
zero proof anywhere online or anywhere else
Yeah.
that you could prove this.
Gonna give Chris a quiz over that show, and you'll only be able to answer the ones that pertain to
Well, he
season
caught
2.
up.
so I don't understand. But
Watch season 1.
So I don't understand. How did you like? At what point watching the second season did you realize? Wait.
Nothing. I didn't.
So
I
you
didn't.
watched second season?
That's how
without
good the writing
realize-
is. That's
so-
how good the writing
so
is.
Season 1 is basically going to be your prequel.
Oh, I watched it already. And I go,
How many episodes?
oh, that makes sense.
It's like
How many
12,
episodes?
like 12 episodes.
Good
He watched
Lord.
12 episodes of a
And
season
had
2.
no idea.
Let me tell you something.
You
Put
didn't
the,
think it
put
was
the
weird?
camera on me.
You didn't
Put
think
the
it was-
camera on me.
Hold on.
You didn't think it was weird at any point when they were making references to certain things
Let me
from
tell you
season
something.
1? You didn't think any of that was odd?
Let me tell you something. The writing on that show is so damn good. Marvelous Miss Maisel. Check it out if you have it. Amazon, okay? Look at me. People, look at me.
Oh,
look
boy,
me in the
here
eye.
we go.
Watch this show. It's so good. I watched all of season 2 before I watched season 1 because I was betrayed by the watch now button that should have alerted me.
That's true.
Yep.
That you're watching season 2. I'm
Can I get
telling
your
you,
reaction?
they
Give me your
crafted it, and there were
Give
literally
me your
points-
reaction when you realize, oh shit, there's season 1.
There were literally points in the season 2 as I'm watching it as the first season. I thought, and I noted in my head, there was something about, well, you remember what happened the first time when you got arrested. Like I was like, oh, well, that's interesting. They're just saying that, but they've crafted a good enough story. I remember noting that they crafted it so well that I was okay with them just vaguely referencing things that I'd never heard about. I'm like, oh, they've started at this point in her life. Okay, I get it.
So my question is though, like when you discover, I want your actual reaction when you were like, oh, that was season 2?
Okay, you ready?
Okay.
All right, so I'm here, I'm cruising through, I'm like, oh man, I was listening to a podcast and a couple of Jewish comedians were saying it gets really Jewish in the second season. I don't think it could get more Jewish than this first season, is what I was thinking. And then I look through and I go to click on the next one and it says pilot. And I was like, oh, that's a weird thing to call season 2, episode 1. Upon further review, there's a whole season I haven't watched.
Oh
and
my God.
I holding the remote. This is before my flat screen fell off my. That also happened.
right, yeah.
3 in the
Oh, boy.
morning, my flat screen fell off my my wall in my room. I'm holding it, and I look, and I just go, oh,
Oh boy, this is embarrassing.
yeah, oh boy, this is rough. So that was my journey down the Miss Maisel season 2 and then
That's
season 1,
embarrassing.
which by the way, highly recommend.
I guess
Watch season 2 first. It's still. It all adds up, is all I'm saying. Watch it. It's a great show, but to hell with you, Amazon, for your Watch Now feature.
All right, well,
Oh, speaking
Also,
of Amazon.
I invoke multiple concussions. Don't forget
fair
that.
enough, CTA.
Speaking of Amazon, the National Enquirer tried to extort Jeff Bezos with penis pics.
Oh, okay.
First of all, if he's packing, isn't he like, do it, bro? Don't you think that's kind of what he did?
Do you think his penis is a prime deal? Damn it.
Good job, guys. I could tell you really wanted to laugh hard at that super funny joke.
We still haven't lost our timing, have we?
So Bezos they tried to extort him, and he did what?
I think he went to the Notes app and he sent out a letter, didn't he? What did he do? He used
He
the
sent out a
Medium blog.
letter.
He sent out a blog article about what was going
Was
on.
it Medium? Where was it?
Yeah, I think it was Medium.
Yeah.
And he basically let everyone know that he was being extorted and he had no problem hiding whatever he was going to be exposed.
Well, it was basically saying if the richest man in the world can't protect himself from something like this, then who can? That's still the case, though, is the problem. So maybe we'll find out more details. I don't know which details, but I'm sure we'll find out a few more as we walk this path over the next few
Nobody's
weeks,
doing
few
that to our
months.
show, right? They're like, we have penis pics. And we're like, sweet, nice.
Tell baby girl I said what's up. It's been a minute.
Wait, is that the one that I call the wristwatch?
Yeah,
Oh,
buddy.
man.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Chris, that's high five on camera.
No,
okay,
no,
that's not appropriate.
I'm mad at myself
Not
for
appropriate
making
for that.
How about a few other stories here?
All
Travis?
right, what do we got?
Chris, 3.
You know what's nice? I just looked at the clock and I was like, ooh, up against the break.
We don't do that anymore.
Whatever we want.
The governor of Virginia almost tried to moonwalk his way out of a racist scandal.
That is great because we talked about it earlier in the show about blackface. The governor of Virginia apparently at some point during medical school, by the way, medical schools have yearbooks, and in the yearbook,
Dorks.
The collage pages.
Yes, you're right. And in the yearbook, the governor, there's a picture of a gentleman in a Klan outfit and a gentleman in blackface. And
mess.
the governor of Virginia initially announced that, oh, shoot, my bad. I didn't mean to do that. 24 hours later says, nah, I actually asked some people. That wasn't me in blackface. That wasn't me in blackface that time.
Yes.
He acknowledged he was in blackface, just not in that photo. So,
But what was he in blackface? When?
he was in blackface when he decided to go as Michael Jackson to a Halloween party.
Well, just think if he would have waited, if that's such a crime of circumstance, if it would have just been 5 years later, he wouldn't have even had to do blackface to be MJ.
Very true.
It's the wrong person to do blackface.
It is the wrong person to do black because you don't really need to
Well, you don't
when
need
you're
to,
a
yeah.
white man.
And
So he was going to do as a dance competition or something.
Yes, and he was like, "Oh yeah, what is Michael Jackson?" And I even was going to do the moonwalk. To which, of course, a reporter at the press conference asked, "Can you moonwalk, Governor?"
Of course they are.
wait, Breeze the reporter. You're the guy.
All right.
Excuse me, Governor. Can you moonwalk?
Great question.
I'm glad you asked. That is a very good question.
Nope.
Oh, my wife is telling me that it's the inappropriate time. The governor of Virginia had to be reminded that while discussing your blackface scandal, that it's probably not the best time
This is
to
how I know these people
show
are
the world
stupid.
you can moonwalk.
This is how I know these people are stupid. If he walks up there and he's like, dude, I also had Mikey from my frat shove a balloon up my ass around the same time. It looks horrible now. I didn't think it was that big of a deal then.
Governor, can you show us your ass?
Hang on.
Honey! That's what
This
happened.
is how I know
with
he's a
the-
moron.
Yeah,
this is how I know he's
but-
with this because he could have contained the whole thing.
The question was posed on social media. How good would his moonwalk had to have been
Yeah.
to save him? Like, what
Right.
if What
if he had a black
it
friend
was
that
so
like, "Bro, you should see
good
it."
Right.
that everyone was like,
Wear
or
whatever
at
paint
least
you want on
made
that
people
face.
reconsider.
Right.
It had to be the dopest moonwalk. It would have to be like elite level when
With the
Michael
spin.
Jackson, with the spin,
And the
like he
kick.
would have to, like it would have to be
Yeah.
flawless.
Break into Electric Boogaloo, saving
and
the
he-
community
Oh,
center.
no doubt, and he could not have stopped at the moonwalk. Like at that point, he would have had to gone into an entire routine. But I bless his wife's heart because.
Like, women run the world. I need you guys to
It's the
acknowledge
facts,
that. Beebs
because-
asked me the other day, he's like, I did something. He's like, I just don't understand. Like, you already had this all figured out. I don't understand how women aren't running the world. It's like, we are just underground, off the grid, because if we do it openly, you guys can't handle it.
You mean once a month?
So she had to control that openly because it was just a disaster.
What do
That
you-
was going to be the internet would have
What was
never
going
gonna
through
let
her
that
mind,
go.
Brie? What was
She
going through her
like,
mind in that moment?
We're not doing this today.
As a
we're
wife,
already,
you're a wife,
like,
so you
no,
know.
Like, this isn't.
What's
We're
that in a
already-
wife
we're
that sees
already,
your
like,
husband?
Full on damage control.
Right.
She's not pour gasoline on the fire because she's probably seen that dance. And she's
You're right.
like, nope, not good enough, not happening, not.
I just thought.
Yeah, she probably knows.
Yeah, she's seen him
Like, if
yeah.
it was good enough, maybe she wouldn't have stopped him.
Right. But she's,
woman.
this
No, that's
isn't-
good,
this
Bree.
isn't. No.
She was smart because
It's
she
the drunk dance that he does, like, when they get home from the bar or something, or he's out trying to
Let's-
impress
let's-
He's like, you
randoms.
think my moonwalk's? You should see my helicopter.
let's stick in this category. It's been a rough Black History
It
month,
really
Joe.
has. It's been very difficult.
We learned that Liam Neeson used
This
to be a
one-
racist.
This one cut deep.
This one hurt.
I don't
This
know.
is another
This
one
one
where
hurt, man.
he wasn't even. Those are racist, weird thoughts that don't like. No one in his. He's in his 60s. He could have wrote it out. He still. You just don't. Why did he share? He was trying to be vulnerable. I get it. It was a really weird thing to say. It was very strange.
It was,
Y'all
the
can-
wording of it was really weird.
Man, y'all can sit up here and deny it all you want, but nothing says white privilege than going on a national press tour for a movie that you're in and promoting, unsolicited, bringing up a racist fantasy. That is the weirdest thing I've ever seen anyone do, and only a white man could do that. You'll never see Wesley Snipes go, man, one time in the 80s,
I could probably
I
find
wanted to chop
50
up some
examples
crackers.
of black people saying they would want to kill white people online like in 3 seconds.
No, like I mean,
do you need me to
I
use
mean,
Google?
if you're trying to be technical about it, but no one on the level of Liam Neeson and the black
I
community.
can find a quote from Spike Lee in 7 seconds.
Spike Lee is
Don't you dare say it's creativity at its finest.
he is an Academy Award
Yeah,
nominee
here we
first
go.
and foremost, so you show some respect on his name. Secondly, I'm sure he was misquoted on a few things, but Liam Neeson said he wanted to, after hearing that his friend was sexually assaulted by a black man, he wanted to go on the hunt for black men for an entire week 30, 40 years ago.
What's the problem?
No, see what I mean? Told y'all trying to figure out what the hell I got to deal with. Now you get to see it live and in living color. See? Check that out.
I got two more real quick here. You
Okay.
ready? The White House said Trumpy Bear's tan is due to, quote, good genes.
Now,
Like Levi's?
see, this is
I
the,
missed this one.
Now, this is gonna be
no, that was
upsetting.
thick.
Whoa.
See,
Does he have like, is there like two genes that wipe it on him? Like two guys named Gene?
Yeah.
now we don't have the capabilities yet, but in the future you'll be able to tune into We Are Live, and we'll have video shots or clips and pictures we can actually post up. If you've actually seen, have you seen pictures of Trump's mom and father?
Probably, but not
It's-
like recently.
it is
I keep them
not-
in my wallet.
It's
Why?
They're on his fridge at home.
It is. It's. They're not ugly people, but they are.
I mean, have
They're
you seen
hideous.
Trump? So,
yeah,
like-
that's.
I mean,
So yeah, good genes, my ass. By the way, we came up with a new term yesterday because we were working with the colorization on the cameras
Why's it got to be colorization?
because that's the way the TV works. Trumpy sauce, Trump sauce.
ew.
So Chris had to rub some Trump sauce on his face to get a little glow.
Enrique.
Hello. Quick
Classic.
reminder, share this if you're streaming live now. That helps us out a ton, so we love that. Thank you.
And finally,
Okay,
the Rams lost the Super Bowl to the Patriots.
that did happen. That was huge. So Vladimir Putin's favorite NFL team won the Super Bowl. So be it. It prevented the Rams of LA and Stan Kroenke from hoisting the Lombardi Trophy. Thank God, everyone in St. Louis really was a little bit nervous about that, and we
Right.
don't. Like, there isn't enough misery in this area, but we don't have to watch Stan Kroenke raise a Super Bowl championship.
I've
Thank
never
you,
wanted
Jesus.
someone to lose so much in my life.
God.
And I'm not even a football fan, but just like all the stuff, the backstory to it, because my friend from California asked me, like, is it like split down the middle in St. Louis on this? I go, in other terms, yes, it is, but not on this issue. Like, we got burned.
We did.
It was like a bad breakup.
It was.
And we didn't do anything wrong.
Like a scaby on the
We-
bottom of your
we were
balls.
the- we were that
It hurts.
overly supportive one in the relationship.
So, and
And
of course, while everyone was gone, Black Panther nominated for Best Picture
We'll
at
get
the
into
Academy Award.
We'll get into that real quick. I got to tell you guys about our friends at Buzz's Hawaiian Grill. You guys like Hawaiian food?
Duh.
Aloha.
What?
I don't know.
You
That's
sound
all
like
I
See,
got.
this goes
Valley
against
girl.
their. This
You
goes
sound like-
against. This goes against their credo.
Valley girl.
It's what Buzz's Hawaiian Grill says. Aloha. It's from the heart.
Oh.
Don't you forget it. Be sure to check out the Buzz's Wine Grill Facebook page for locations throughout the city. They had a couple sunny days last week.
Yeah.
Sold out immediately. The food is unbelievable. We're giving away $10 to the food truck today for Fair or Foul. So get those submissions in. WAL at weareliveradio.com. Be sure to support Buzz, his wonderful family. It's an amazing food truck. The world would be a better place with a little more aloha, everybody. The Facebook page is where you find their locations. Be sure to enjoy some of their wonderful food and look forward to a new project that we're doing with Buzz and all the esteemed members of the Food Truck Association. Keep your eyes out for that as well. Guys, want to take a break?
Let's take a break.
Let's do that. It's Chris Denman, Bree Weaver, the great Chris Gardner. We're live at our very own studios in Grand Center, the Zach Buildings, Midcoast Media Studios, rockin', rollin'. Thank you guys for tuning in. We're going to take a quick break, come back for the second part of the show.
We are live, live, live. We are live, live, live. We are live, live, live. We are live.
We're back, and we are live at our very own studios. Thanks to everybody for tuning in. The Facebook live stream is up and moving. We will respond to as many comments as possible, and I invite you during the next interview, we're going to toss up the Michael Costa interview. He's on The Daily Show, had a great one-on-one with him, so we're going to play that for you, those of you who haven't heard it. And then come hang out with us in the Facebook comments. We'll answer questions, do all that good stuff. If you want to text in, I've got a few texts to read here. Travis, I know you're a big fan of the text line.
Yay.
That
This
number's
will be wildly entertaining.
314-669-1431. And share this. If you're listening on Facebook, watching on Facebook, share it. Whether this is live, later, help us out. Let's get those views up, baby. You want to read some text real quick?
I don't want to read crap.
I do. Bring it on.
KFB is watching with his pants off. Okay.
Oh, well, see,
All right.
that's not... I mean, it is a holiday, so I get it.
Hi, guys. Congrats on the new setup. I love how I have to stop Facebook Live to text the show. Jamie Moyer's fancy lawyer. Listen, get a laptop, you bum. Travis Blackfish Terrell. How the hell are you, my friend? This is your black friend, Mark, texting us. We love Mark. Thank you.
Mark uses Facebook. Good for him.
The show needs a bathroom break. Otherwise, there's going to be a live stream of a different
Who
sort.
said that one?
Yale
Chris,
Hollander.
of course. So,
Let me get you. I'm going to be at a local comedy club this weekend. It's going to be a lot of fun. Look at me. I'm going to have my yarmulke on, and I'm going to be talking like Jerry Seinfeld.
It was anti-Semitic as hell.
no, that wasn't. I didn't
Speaking of comedy, this Thursday, Southtown Pub. We've been packing that place. I wanted to thank everybody for that. Our friend Chris Sear on the comedy show this week, Marquise Moore, and Scott James headlining. So come out 8 o'clock, doors at 7, Southtown Pub. Support us. Keep that baby growing.
It's a ballyhoo. It's a ballyhoo.
I like the live. The non-Caucasian guys give me what doctors call an erection. Sincerely, Neil and Suck.
Oh, man. See?
That was a good
This
one.
is what I don't
Yeah.
And I can
get.
actually, I can read anything we want. We're not gonna. We
Within
were
reason.
thinking about it. We were like, man, we're gonna be saying the F word like every other word
No.
for the first 3 days, and then you think about it and you're like, it's not really funny or
We're
necessary.
Yeah,
Classy.
shocker. Travis dropped the first curse word.
He did.
Yeah.
I noticed that earlier. He's such a bad boy.
Yeah,
He
take
shaved
that.
his head too. The lighting and the cameras cued him in on some hairline stuff.
Man, I tell you what, when you have like HD lighting plastered on your forehead, you really see parts of you that you really don't want the world to see.
How
So
about-
I
how about
had
another
to-
text?
Had to go home and pick that bad boy.
Merger sounds like a secret plan for Travis to work his magic on overweight women in a new area. Once again, Neil and Suck.
Look, man, if I'm gonna
That's Neil. That's Neil Insuck. It's a gentleman,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
That's a gentleman's name. One more.
boy.
It's Hunchback of Von Castle. What time did Travis show up?
I was
If you're listening
the
live,
first personality present today.
you call yourself a personality.
That works.
Be sure to share the video, subscribe on iTunes, all that good stuff. So
Real
here's how
quick-
the rest of the show is going to go.
Real
What do we
quick,
got?
before we get into that, since that text was sent in by the Hunchback of Von Castle, while we've been away and actually doing stuff here in the office, building this set and a lot of other things, I've also jotted down some notes of reasons why Travis was late.
Oh yeah,
Oh, like
that was
over
right.
this past-
By the way,
yeah.
yeah, I forget because we've been here for a bit and habits have changed. We're seeing a lot of
The
folks
first,
in here.
the first meeting we had
Yeah.
for the new show,
Okay.
where'd we have it? Do you remember?
I do not
Was he
recall.
there?
It was at my local watering.
Oh, that's right. That's
Travis
right.
was late because he had to get an oil change on his car.
I did. I
That's
forgot.
right.
I had made an appointment. I
That's
actually was
right.
being a responsible adult, and I
And
was
not-
like, "Hey guys, sorry. I know I said let's do 3. I got an oil change, but I got there about 3:15.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
3:45. I had to
Dentist
leave by
appointment.
4.
Right.
Dentist appointment you had.
I had that. I had to make sure my teeth.
You know
didn't fall
when
out.
you do dentist appointments, you have to call in and then they say, "Get in there quick."
Yeah.
That's the only way dentist appointments
Right.
work.
You had an MLK Day event.
That was real.
You had to get your car battery checked.
I had to get that
And by
checked.
being an
It was
adult,
winter.
You
It's
had to
called
hang
winter.
out with your niece.
Winterizing your car. I was hanging out. Oh, that's right.
My favorite
my
part
niece
is
was
that
in town.
there's no shame in it.
right? Well, because it's like he says, by being an adult, I'm showing up to things. You're double booking yourself and bailing out on a meeting, so I don't understand that.
Can you imagine
about it?
The year is 1964. Travis walks into his grocery store management job, and he lets the owner of the store know. 2 hours late, had to go have a glass of milk with a friend.
I don't think that's odd.
All right, so what we have coming up in this final segment.
Yeah, so
We'll have at the end of the show, fair or foul, we'll have melee results. I would think normally what happens there is you throw that to me to give the results,
Oh.
and I'm doing something else.
Yep.
And I go, hey, wait a second. That'll probably happen.
at We Are Live Radio
That'll
is
still
where you check
probably
out the
happen.
Morning Melee on Twitter.
We're going to talk to Michael Costa here in just a second. You guys caught up with him, was it about a week and a half ago now?
About a week
And
ago,
it was
yeah.
a
Funny phone,
fantastic
it was,
conversation. And so we'll talk to do that in just a moment. But after that, we'll have the Great American Race, which Travis explained in the first segment. We'll dive into that. And I have some presidential trivia for you as well. On this president.
nice.
People can get in online, so text
I
in,
have
Facebook comment, do all
4
that stuff.
questions for each of you, presidential trivia question, and I also have a tiebreaker question if needed. So I don't think it'll be needed, but
Why do you say it like
that? Just
I'm like
rats.
anxious, like it's a history.
It's going to
exam.
be exciting.
Ugh.
Some quick shout outs. Tech Electronics helped us build out the studio. Tech Electronics, locally family owned. It's one of these like secret mogul, like you're like, oh, Tech Electronics, they're a locally owned place.
Right.
They've got like 6 buildings over in Dogtown
That's
and
amazing.
fleets everywhere. You see
That's
their
awesome.
vans all around town helping people. They provide systems and services that help their customers work smarter, feel safer, and collaborate more effectively. Huge, massive thank you. And we can't say how excited we are to be sponsored by, working with them, and their expertise has just been amazing. Joe, Tony, Jason, all those guys have been instrumental in us having our own very high-tech studio. This is a big deal, Travis. Those headphones, if you drop them, you're fired. That's how that works. So, other folks we need to say thank you to, St. Louis Counseling Services. You know their podcast, Mental Health Matters.
Yes, indeed.
Our boy Tom Duff and his lovely boss, Debbie. I say she's the boss because she gets everything done. St. Louis Counseling Services, you know you can go there for mental health services, but check out the podcast, Mental Health Matters at St. Louis Counseling online, and they will be recording, videoing here as well. It's exciting. You know who else will be here?
Who is that,
And
Chris?
Blake Company.
Oh,
Chris
my.
Sear returning to our family, and he will have an amazing show, rocking and rolling a couple times a week. The Scenario, Matt Whitener, that's maybe not official, so I'm blowing the lid off that one. He's engaged, and we want him around as much as possible.
Fair.
Our friends over at Tani, working on a project with them. We'll tell you more about that as we go around. By Jack, obviously, our apparel branch, Red Saw Publicity. They've been huge. Our partner, Beth, is here in the office with us. We're so excited to be working with her.
I'm not the only girl anymore.
Yeah, you have your own private bathroom. Tell people about
We
it.
do. We have what we call the guest
Important
bathroom.
guest.
It's the guest bathroom.
Yeah, like
if
certain guests, you're like,
right. So if we have clients and stuff that come in, that's the nice bathroom.
Right.
You boys have to use the dirty one behind me.
That's the one. We get to use the one in the
We
studio.
put up a curtain to
Yeah.
separate it.
We did.
A trough and a
Yeah,
curtain. That's all
and
we got.
we are very protective of that bathroom because we can't call it the girls' bathroom. It is just the nice bathroom, and there's a VIP list. And if you're not on it, you're not using it.
So huge thanks to them. Huge thanks to the folks over in Soulard. You know, we told you about the 1860s event coming up this Saturday. I'll tell you about another one after the Costa interview. Huge thanks to the Kransberg Arts Foundation, our friend and building director Chris Hansen. We're here in the .Zac building. We couldn't be more thankful for the amazing ecosystem that we're now a part of.
We
And,
really are. They're
and
like,
that-
we're
there's-
surrounded by other
Yep.
creatives and talented people and all in one building. And it's really cool because Man, when you're the only creative like at a radio station, it's weird.
So Travis finally found some like minds.
So to be around people who like just speak to your spirit, it's been great for our brand.
You mean the front desk lady? That's so
I
nice.
hope that will.
Erica's the best.
Erica is the best. She's awesome.
Yeah, a little peek into more stuff that we're doing. There's a 200-person theater downstairs, so look forward to some live events coming up, some trivia stuff, all kinds of good things. This Thursday, again, Southtown Pub Comedy. Chris here, Marquise Moore, Scott James. What do we say? We go to the Costa interview. Real quick, go to the Facebook live stream in the comments section. I'm going to man some questions. Bree, Travis, all that. Hit us up. Come talk to us while you're listening to the Costa interview, and we'll throw to that now. It's Michael Costa, Travis Terrell, and myself, Chris Denman, talking with the man from The Daily Show at Sophie's last week. Michael Costa, welcome back to St. Louis, buddy.
Thanks, you guys. It's fun to be here.
New York
it's
hasn't
been a little
fattened
while.
you up? I like it.
New York has fattened me up, but you got to just work out harder. As you get older, I don't know what you guys do, but you got to.
Oh, you can tell. I mean,
we are
I
in
can
charge
see St.
of our
Louis.
bodies. I don't know how it works for you, but if I choose to enjoy a meal, it hurts for like 2.5 days now. It's like, oh, I'm gonna do a burger and fry, and then it's like for 2 days, I everything hurts. I'm 39.
I'm 34.
Yeah.
The opposite of that, Travis laughs because he's got this whole like sugar addiction thing going on.
Diabetes, the best. A+.
On the other side of that, when I eat healthy, I feel so good, and I just beat myself up that I haven't been eating healthy every day of my life for the last 5 years.
It is funny when you choose to go healthy, how you don't find yourself asleep 2 hours later. And it's like, why don't I do this? Yeah, why don't I do this? Sugar addiction is some real shit.
It's intense.
And it activates the same part of the brain as like hard drugs. And they know this. They know this. And they keep pushing it on us.
We're having a meeting with most of Travis's family later today on this very subject.
Is that right?
Oh, I think it's an intervention of some sort, but whatever.
Are you the one who's addicted to sugar?
I love sugar so goddamn much.
Yeah.
It is so everything.
Yeah.
And it's in everything. It's
yeah.
literally in everything.
Yeah.
It's not fair, too, because of the genes that he pulls in. Like, really, he should be 640 pounds, like the way he eats. But I hold up enough for both of us.
I did. Roy Wood Jr., speaking of, and I went down to Florida to cover this. You know, they had to shut down a lot of their beaches this year because...
I was going to say great work.
Thank you. Because of the East Coast has blue-green algae,
right.
And the West Coast has red tide, but they're basically the same shit. Can I swear?
Yeah.
Please. Which is the sugar plantations are making so much sugar in the center of the state, and all of their fertilizer and phosphorus they just dump into Lake Okeechobee, which then drains to the ocean, blooms the algae, kills all the animals, shut down the beach, can cause
I was in Florida
can cause cancer in humans, has killed small dogs. All of this is happening. Florida, the Sunshine Beach state, and all I'm going is like, sugar's delicious, man. like they are literally, people won't go on the record and tell us it's sugar because the sugar lobby is so powerful. They will smear you. Big Sugar is like, it's the mafia. It is the mafia.
And it's Florida, and that's like not even the top 5 worst things about Florida.
Yeah, exactly.
You will see, and I'm sure you run into this with social media and being on The Daily Show and everything, you will see someone who is, I'm going to say 95% vegan. They make sure they walk only on biodegradable concrete, if that's a thing.
It is a thing.
And they'll still be like, oh, Junior still get to cook.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's it. That's all.
No.
And they wouldn't even think of feeding their kid like a piece of venison, which would be the healthiest thing they can have.
Well, I always laugh at it because as you learn about all this stuff with Big Sugar, I'm like, they do all this so they can make sugar cheaper.
Right.
But I'm going, can you not shut the beaches down and I'll pay a little more for sugar? Like it's not like sugar is sugar wiping out our budget. It's gonna. It's probably they're probably like Uber. They're gonna make it real cheap in the beginning, and then slowly bring it up.
How quickly did it take you to adjust? I feel like your lifestyle has to change in New York. I feel like in order to keep up with that city, you have to absolutely basically adjust everything about your lifestyle.
For sure.
So how long did that take you? But you're an athlete, so I would imagine it wasn't that much of a change.
No, it's a huge change. So I think when I first met you guys and came here, I had just come. So I lived in New York for 2013 and 14 when I was on a sports show called Crowd Goes Wild on Fox
Travis's
Sports 1.
favorite Regis Philbin.
Yeah, Regis
my
Philbin,
friend Brandon Williams used to be on that.
There you go. Yeah, that's right. He used to guest on
another
there
Big Ten
sometimes.
guy.
Yeah, love that guy. So I had already dipped my toe in New York City for a year, right? And let me tell you what, that first dip, it whooped the shit out of me. I went in, I traveled the whole world.
But this is so you go Illinois to L.A. to New York.
Illinois
so there was a
to
softening period. Let's
for
make
sure.
that
But
clear.
what I was just gonna say is like I traveled the world. You know, I have been everywhere. I played tennis. I've done comedy. I felt pretty confident that I could handle some shit.
Right.
And as soon as you show up to New York with even just a sliver of confidence, it's going to beat the shit out of you. Don't even, I'm not saying cocky. I'm saying believing that I could handle something.
Today's going to be a good day.
Yeah, no, it's not. Oh, you've been in 4 screaming arguments and it's 8:30 a.m. on a Tuesday already?
Non-relatives, too.
Non-relatives.
Just folks.
Oh, the locksmith? You almost just punched the locksmith that showed up because you locked yourself out because the doorman won't let you in. You know, like it is a fight. It is a fight. So my second time around in New York, which is now, much better.
Right.
I live in Brooklyn.
Budget,
I got out of
budget
Manhattan.
help with that, or is this your mindset? Because I'm assuming you're better off now than you were then.
Oh, well, I don't know how people do poor New York.
Right.
I don't. I mean, I've
Full
fortunately.
roommates. I mean,
I've never had to do that because my first time there I was 35.
Yep.
I had a living wage, and then this time I'm 39. So I people at the Daily Show office. There's food everywhere at the Daily Show office. They got breakfast, they got lunch, snacks, everything. I look over, all the like interns and the PAs. They're like 23, 24. They are just like bags, just pushing food into bags because they're taking
the
it
stars
home.
probably
Dude.
don't even touch the food either.
Food is food. It's grocery shopping, and I'm always like, at first I was judging, like, why do they keep taking all the blueberry muffins? And I'm like, I'd be doing the exact same thing. You don't have money. You don't have money.
Right.
I bought a beer once in the Lower East Side, which is where all these like 20-year-olds live. I put it down. I turn to talk to somebody. I come back. Some girl stole my beer.
Shut up.
Like they'll go to the bar and steal because there's no money. No one has any.
That's
no one
the
has any
thing.
money.
Some
but you got to have that social life.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I didn't know you could do that.
Follow him on Twitter at Michael Costa.
Yeah.
Always very funny points of view on there. Always
Is
enjoy
it?
that.
Is it? Do I?
I like. See, maybe it's because I know you.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah. Look at Michael, really poking the bear.
I know, but I don't know what I gain. What do we gain from Twitter?
Oh.
What do we gain?
Yeah.
What
We
am I
acknowledge-
gaining? I have a job. I love my job.
Right.
What am I? What? All I can do is lose on there.
Yeah, no,
lose my job,
Yeah.
lose fans. I every time I tweet, I
May
go,
lose
"What?"
your family.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Lose that too.
I lost the Oscar hosting. They had me first. No, but it's like, what are we gaining?
I've tempted fate by I had a quick open and shut case, but it could have went bad.
Yeah.
A tryst with Black Twitter once, and I
you
shut
did.
it down,
Yeah, you
and I
got
won.
it.
It
You
was.
got
I'm
it.
1-0.
Oh, you won? You beat Black
But I
Twitter?
will not. But now I won't ever go back.
He stopped. He just
I won't
stopped.
ever go back.
You just left. You just got to stop. See, I've been in Twitter 9 years in, and
Yeah.
now that you've asked that question the way that you just asked it, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, if you're building something, I think there's rewards.
Sure.
But for me, a stand-up comic, my dream job was to get this job.
I would say it's built.
I'm not saying I'm done, but it's like, this was like, as a kid, I used to lay on the floor and watch Craig Kilborn's The Daily Show.
Yeah.
It inspired me in so many ways. And so now I'm in this place. I love it. I get to work with these great people, and I'm tweeting about Serena Williams, at the U.S. Open, claiming I'm a mother, and I'm getting all like mail on it, and I'm going, "What are you gaining, bro? What are you? You're gonna send this out for what? For what?"
Since you brought it up. Let's toss that out. I remember when this happened, and please finish your thought if I've cut this off. Travis, do you remember whenever? And I think the voice is what crafted this whole thing because we talked about it on the morning radio show
Right.
and everything. So I said, if McEnroe says, was it Venus or Serena? He said
Probably Serena.
Serena, that she's 700 S.
Right.
I was like, that's not an insult. Like
Right.
that's we're looking at 800 plus
864,
ranking,
yeah.
864 ranking in the world.
Got that tatted
I need
somewhere, don't you?
I need an expert view, and I don't think I texted you anything about it, but I need an expert point of view. Let's take away his energy, right?
Yeah.
It's McEnroe, so people go, this dick, like that.
You're talking about the comment he made.
The comment he made saying
when he was trying to sell books.
Right.
I always have to back that up.
And that's the thing.
Yeah.
That's the thing. But then if we're going to just drill down on it, where would you rank her? And
Serena?
I've seen this in jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
A 140-pound girl can choke the daylights out of a 200-pound man in the right situation with no punch, whatever.
Yeah.
So tennis.
Actually, that's interesting conversation about martial art. I mean, jiu-jitsu. I haven't thought about that. In tennis, I think what John McEnroe said, and it was I blame. Well, I don't blame anybody, I guess. I think he said that the 200th man in the world could beat Serena.
Right.
And I would stand by that wholeheartely.
200th man in the world could beat the number 1 man in the world on the right day.
Correct. 100%. That does happen.
Right.
It's just not even a fair comparison, and I don't mean that. They're different games. They're different styles. It's not like I don't think that should be seen as an insult, you know. Right. But when I was 17 and I was training in Florida, I was ranked 44 in the country in the juniors. Okay, right. 44. I would train every day with Jennifer Capriati, who was ranked 8 in the world in WTA,
right.
And I could beat her. You know, and I was 17. So it's just different. John McEnroe, 1, was trying to sell books. 2, what we love about John McEnroe is he says the truth.
Right.
I think he spoke the truth.
Right.
What I get mad at Serena at, and this is why you're good at your job, because here I go. I fucking love Serena Williams.
Yeah.
Nobody hates to lose more than Serena Williams.
Right.
She goes insane. She would rather burn the place down than lose the match. And this is the same. Tom Brady's the same. You see when it's not going well, how he goes fucking insane.
Yes.
He starts screaming at his linemen, his coach. This is what makes champions.
Right.
I love this
Very
about
true.
Serena, and this is why I've always supported her. She's the best thing for women's tennis. She was half raised in Saginaw, Michigan, half raised in Compton, California.
That's not a thing.
You
That's
see
not a
why
thing.
tennis hates her?
Right.
Like she's the best for this. But when she starts saying, "I'm a mother, you can't do this to me," I lost it. And I'm like, Serena, all I've done is defend you. I love you. I love you. But you know, hey, she shows the world how intense and competitive it is on court.
Right.
And that's what I love about her. And yes, sometimes it doesn't always work. And she's got to stop choking. Like, she is so much better than these chicks she loses to all the time.
Is she losing interest? I'm not saying she loses. I know, like you just said, she's very competitive, but I feel like she's at the point in her life where
a hungry 23-year-old there's nothing compared to 120 as compared to somebody who's like, I have millions of dollars. I got to worry about.
And
I
she
meet
got
with my
sick.
retirement.
She got sick when she
got very
gave birth,
sick.
and it's like, you get introduced to life after tennis.
Yeah.
I love watching Serena, but I prefer the men's game because that's what I know and I can relate to the most. But Serena is like, you couldn't have designed a better tennis athlete to piss off the tennis world more than Serena Williams.
Well, and how about how odd that Tiger Woods and the Williams sisters came at the same time.
That's
just
true.
Turned two country club sports on their heads. With just
white as shit sports. That's what the
what
word
are you trying to say?
That's what I was looking for. I was having some respect for the great
That's
Arthur
a nice
Ashe.
way to say white as hell. Country club.
But weirdly, and I'm just going off of memory now, I feel like when Tiger came on the scene, and again, this could be wrong, he was embraced. When Serena and Venus came on, it was like, who the fuck are they? We don't necessarily want
Braids?
this. Remember the braids in the hair? I don't. But didn't golf embrace Tiger or no? I don't know.
No,
I think so because you had
he
a
was
soft
doing
barrier
things
to
on a golf-
entry.
yeah.
And listen, he said, "I'm at Stanford, y'all."
Right.
It started there. So Stanford at the time, you think. Maybe this was before him, but the Mark Madsons of the world playing college basketball. Was he at Stanford?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So I think maybe that
He's
has
also
something to do
white
with it.
and Asian.
Yeah, that helps.
Maybe that helps. How much does race play into it? Maybe a lot. Probably a lot.
Are you the most
thought he had a
athletic
certain-
person on the show, by the way?
Daily Show? Yeah,
I mean,
has to be.
Trevor would probably,
Trevor can do what?
Well, that's what I was going to say.
I'm about to say
I was going to say is like he may have to say something about that, but
Really?
but we haven't gone toe to toe.
Okay.
Tennis?
Athletic. Well, tennis, no question.
I was like, come on, man.
There's no question. Tennis.
Yeah.
I mean, they can barely even hold a racket. But
Maybe basketball, baseball.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I mean,
something,
Ronnie does jujitsu. I don't know if you
Okay.
talked to Ronnie about
Okay.
jujitsu. Roy, I'm not really sure what Roy does athletically.
really nice.
And
I'm not really sure what Roy
does athletic.
That's the
catch a
tweet we
sneaky
sent
guy,
out later
you'll
today.
catch a sneaky guy who's like, again, I haven't always been this weight, right? Maybe
Right,
at some
right,
point, like
right.
Roy was rocking and rolling in the athletics. I doubt it, but maybe.
Yeah. I mean, there are these flags that have our pictures on them in front of the studio, and they all have like a little phrase under them.
Right.
For each of us, mine just says "I'm white," but which makes me laugh.
I love that. That's great. Oh,
I'm like,
oh, look,
yeah,
he
I'm white.
is.
Yeah, but Roy's,
couldn't agree more.
Yeah, Roy's is great. It says athletic-ish. Yeah, I don't. Look. I started playing tennis when I was 4. I started doing comedy when I was 27. So I've been sport was the first 20 years of my life.
Right.
It's like what I did every single day. So I don't see anybody at the Daily Show being more athletic than me.
Do you get this a lot? I'm not going to pretend like I know comedy culture in New York, but I'm curious. Being on the Daily Show, is there a weird stigma around that? Do other comedians get weird when you go to comedy clubs? How have the comedy
Sure.
community in New York treated you now that you've been on the Daily Show
Yeah.
for a few years now?
It's definitely helped get my foot in the door,
Right.
Without question, and I'm very thankful for that because I feel like I want as much stage time as I can get,
Of course.
and so that helps. I will say this about New York, and this is good and bad about New York. They don't give New York doesn't give a fuck about you.
Right.
You're having an off night. You're not going to get the cushion laugh.
Exactly,
on the Daily Show.
and that is harder at the beginning because I'm like, hey guys, I'm an established stand-up. I've been in LA and I'm on a TV show, and they're like, we don't give a fuck. You got to come up the system just like everybody else.
Right.
Now that's good for when I get through the system.
Right.
Because then I'm like, oh, they really they treat everybody the same in that regard, which is like shit. But so I'm really a 2-year as far as my experience in New York comedy. I'm at 2 years.
Okay.
I'm very lucky. I got in all the clubs and I'm performing, but I don't have the same community and friendships there that I was able to build in LA over 11 years.
Right.
I'm working on it. But New York is unimpressed
Right.
with everything. That's why the best come out of there.
Right.
It's like Trevor Price, my football friend, used to say, iron sharpens iron. When you come out of New York, you are you can take anything. And so I'm definitely in the weeds in New York, getting tough and that's how you get good.
Say you started comedy, like you cut out the tennis,
Yeah.
college, maybe you dabble a little bit. We'll paint this alternate world where you bumped up to Chicago and you get 3 years under your belt, right? That's a good
In
comedy
Chicago?
city. Yeah.
Yeah,
Are you
great.
going to LA or New York, knowing what you know now with no background, other than like a Chicago 3 years?
I'm really happy with what my decision was, which was LA.
Yeah.
I thought very long and hard about that at the time.
Well, you're different though. You
Yeah.
have options that a lot of stand-ups aren't going to. You're a great host. You can
Sure.
you can
Thank you.
front a show like a Daily Show.
Also,
you could do news. Like
You do news, sure.
several. Yeah.
I thought of it also. One thing that as I've talked with comics, I'm very fortunate about because I had an athletic scholarship. I'm not in debt. So many of these
Right.
comics
Very
are
true.
in fucking debt. It's
That's a
not
good
their
point.
fault. Like debt
Right.
cripples the young working people in this country.
Sure.
Cripples us. What
agree
we
more.
do to our college students
Oh, God.
is an atrocity.
Yes.
You go to Canada and Australia, other countries, and the government the tuition is so cheap that when you get out of college with your degree, you can choose something you're passionate about,
Right.
not something that'll just help you cover your debt.
Right.
So anyways, I didn't have debt. I was freezing my ass off in Michigan, and I said, I'm going to eat shit wherever I go next because that's what you do. Let's go eat shit in the sunshine, LA. So that's what I chose, and I'm happy I did. I'm happy I did.
Right.
But I've also had to move to New York twice because of that.
Right.
There's
Well,
no path.
Right.
There's
No,
no
there's
path. Just find a passion, go for it, and be willing to suck a few cocks on the way, and you can make it.
somebody watched the Fire Festival.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
We asked Roy about this, and especially now, and I would imagine during Jon Stewart's tenure, he had moments like this. But it feels like now, with where we are now in this country, with this
Right.
president,
Right.
that you guys have to be on your shit like
Yeah.
on the hour every hour of the entire day. How has that adjustment been for you guys being writers? And even though I know Roy mentioned that you guys something broke almost 30 minutes before you start shooting, and everybody had to ultimately rewrite everything that you had seen. So how difficult has it been being a comedian on the Daily Show in the Trump era?
Yeah, it's both, right? I mean,
probably pretty inspiring.
I mean, it's both. Yeah, like you watch an Obama speech right now, and it is like being read a bedtime story.
Right.
He was boring to the point that he it was nice. He didn't piss people off.
Right.
This president tweets and it's like serotonin gets in your brain and it creates comedy.
Right.
So we jokingly are thankful for President Trump, even though nobody in that office voted for him.
Was it South Carolina you did the piece in?
Space Force, maybe? Yeah, was it Space Force?
Yes.
Yeah.
I see all these clips.
Yeah, these clips.
Oh my god.
Because the Daily Show's daily,
right,
you got to be willing to adjust, and I think that's one thing that makes you really good as the correspondents, and why so many good correspondents come out.
Right,
is it's like you have a plan, you have something written that's funny, you rehearsed it, and then it's like, oh wait, something new happened, you got to go make that funny now.
Right,
and so there's times where you'll be in the show all day. You texting your mom, hey, watch the show, I'm on tonight, and then Trump tweets something, and you're cut, and they bring someone else in, and you can't be sad about that. You can't be a bitch about that. Right. That's where it's also good. It's in New York. It's like, oh, your train got canceled? Well, fucking, you're a man. Solve the problem. It's like, Ubers are 6,000% surging? Well, fucking walk. I mean, I think we all have a little Trump fatigue.
Oh, yeah.
But settle in, everybody, because it may happen again. It may happen again.
I would bet that it might.
And that message is brought to you coming from Missouri.
Michael Cox says at the Funny Bone all weekend long. Highly recommend going to see him. Very funny on stage. You'll truly enjoy him. Follow him. Watch The Daily Show. I've got one more, Travis. I don't know what you got. So you're at what most people would call a pinnacle. You could ride out your career on The Daily Show, do stand up, and be a monster at what you want to do. What do you want to?
Nice.
What do you want to do next time we talk to you? Like, say it's another couple years.
It's a good question. I mean,
I agree.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, look, you're never. It was like in tennis. When I always was like, okay, once I get to 1,000 in the world, I can just take a deep breath, and then go all right, I can at least put something on my fucking tombstone.
Right.
As soon as you get to 1,000 in the world, you're like, the guy who's 800 isn't that fucking good. I know, what? Why did I want to get to 1,000? Right. That's exactly what it is. But that's also life. I think that's just if you're an evolving human,
right.
You're always looking forward. I mean, I am still in what I call comedy PhD program right now, which is The Daily Show.
Yeah.
I am learning something every day. I'm challenged every day. I get angry every day. I feel gracious every day about the whole process. But doing what Trevor does every day is very fucking hard. You got to be charming, professional, funny, endure so much. There's the hatred online is insane.
Right.
I would love to be thrown into that at some point in some capacity. Okay. But I don't think I'm ready yet for that. It is tough. I mean, he also came in after Jon Stewart, which, by the way, impossible. How do you everyone was mad at him for something he can't even control.
He can control.
Like, what do you want him to do? Not take the opportunity? Come on.
Right.
Yeah.
Come on. So I'm learning so much right now, but at the end of the day, I'd love the opportunity to share my points of view on everything. But maybe someday that'll happen.
But if I can say, that's a testament to the correspondence, to Trevor, to everyone over there.
Yeah.
That was, I would imagine, a very unusual, to say the least, transition for everyone. And to see that you guys have made it your own is incredibly impressive. So I do want to congratulate you guys on the work you've done since.
I got to say it too, and I feel like it's so great that we're lucky to get to talk to all these Daily Show people. We haven't even mentioned, what about the blistering heat from Michelle?
Yeah.
Wolf.
Yeah.
Like, what
Yeah.
about that? Like,
Yeah.
what a weird thing. And like,
Yeah.
to see her, and by no means is shit, but like to see her skyrocket with all that, the Netflix thing comes out, that goes away. Like,
Yeah.
she's still there. She's
Yeah.
rocking on the stand-up scene. What
Yeah.
an interesting world to be a part of, right?
It was funny how everybody got mad at her for doing the job that they hired her to do.
That was the most
Yeah, it's
confusing
like-
thing
yeah,
ever.
I
I'm
know.
like, aren't you the guy saying people are pussies? Like,
Yeah.
what? Like,
Yeah.
it's strange.
Trevor always says this. He because when he got the job, there was all this. Well, why didn't you hire Chris Rock? Why didn't you hire Amy Schumer? And he always says, like, do you guys all think that you're the first choice? You know, yeah. Trevor says, I know I wasn't the first choice,
Right.
but I'm going to take the opportunity. And it's always a good thing to remember, like, especially in show business.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Oh, you got the offer? You think you're the first email that came in? No, dude. A lot of people said no first. Like, but like, you know, that's okay.
Right.
Like, you know, don't be all, it's okay. And he's done a great job at a difficult situation. And now at this point, 100%, the show is his point of view.
Right,
Initially, I
right.
think there
It
was
is.
there was a lot of Jon Stewart left over, but it's fun, man.
I almost blew it. We did have a producer question. Who's your favorite professional tennis player of all time, and why is it Boris Becker?
I feel like you always bring up Boris Becker. Do you follow him on Instagram?
I don't, but our producer, Chris, needed to ask that.
One of the worst Instagrams that exists is Boris Becker. It is. You know those follows that it's like, what is he? It's like something's in German, and then there's like an inspirational quote in English, and then there's like a picture, like
I love that he knows that.
oh, dude, because
That's so good.
You know that sad that soccer player just the
Passed
airplane
away.
crashed.
Airplane just crashed. Yeah, recently.
But like even Boris Becker's post about that was like weirdly. I'm sure it wasn't meant to be sarcastic, but it just didn't work.
It did.
But if you know any Germans, usually when they switch over to English, it doesn't work. You know, it's like so I highly recommend following Boris Becker on Instagram. My favorite tennis player of all time was the handsome Swede, Stefan Edberg.
Nice.
Who, I mean, you talk
Still
about
makes me shiver.
you talk about tight shorts.
Yes.
If you Google image Stefan Edberg, first of all, they named the sportsmanship trophy after him because he
my.
won it 10 years in a row. And they just go, let's just call it the Stefan Edberg Sportsmanship Trophy. This guy, you got to get low when you come to net. When you come to net, you got to get low.
Okay.
This guy is straight taking a shit when he comes to net. I mean, so low. So I'm a Stefan Edberg fan.
That was Michael Costa from The Daily Show joining us last week. He was at the Funny Bone, and we wanted to share that with everybody. Thought that was a great conversation. Welcome back to the new We Are Live. We've got the video studios in our very own studios. Travis Terrell, Bree Weaver, and Chris Gardner here. Having some fun. We got some segments to get to. It's great to be back. So again, thank you to everybody. But real quick, Travis, I'm going to do some business. What do you think?
Ew. Okay. I mean, I guess we got new aspects of the show we can showcase, I suppose.
Until Facebook kicks us off, we can do business. Guys, you know what? Gateway Powder Coating's been with us for a little while now. They're still with us. They protect your metal, Travis. No,
He's trying to audition for Modest Mouth. That was his way trying to audition for Modest Mouth. No, that ain't how I work, player.
Don't let your metal be ruined by moisture, heat, or other unsavory circumstances. You can stop by their shop, 1500 Progress West Lane, O'Fallon, Missouri. That's in the 63366. You were going to ask, Bree. Again, that's
Good to know.
Gateway Powder Coating. Go see their capabilities in person out in O'Fallon. They do thousands of different colors. They've got a giant curing oven. They can literally powder coat just about any metal. Again, thank you to
Yes.
Gateway Powder Coating
They're
for
great.
being on board with us. Mark and the team out there, Skylar, all those people are fantastic.
Good people.
And absolutely, and they're supporting us at our Soulard Mardi Gras events and coming up this weekend and next weekend at 1860 Saloon. So what do we have to get to this hour? Again, keep it live in the Facebook comments. Let us know what you think. Share the live stream.
Be honest.
Be honest.
Brutally
That's
honest.
right. If you're downloading
Why I
this
gotta be
later,
brutally honest? It's too
It'll
early.
make us better, Travis. It'll make us better.
if you're downloading this later, be sure you've reviewed us on iTunes. We're on Spotify, wherever you get your podcast. If we're not on a medium that you want us to be on, tell us. We have a team now. It's not just every 2 seconds.
No, it's at least on the hour,
This is a
every
damn
hour we
business,
do that.
people. Midcoast.media. If you want to see what we've been up to, again, check that out. We've got a bunch of events coming up as well. So Mr. Gardner, we've had the text line.
Yes.
We have the comments
There
at
he is.
Facebook.
Yes.
We have video capabilities. We've got
Yes.
all kinds of great things going on. Don't do that. What do you want to get to next? We got the morning melee and the
I
Fair
have
Foul
some,
wall at weareliveradio.com. If you want to be part of Fair
Yeah.
Foul today, you can win $10 at buzzes.
I have some presidential trivia for you in just a moment.
I'm going to crush you guys.
But first,
Millard Fillmore is the answer.
I'm not arguing with you.
But first, Travis, please explain the Great American Race.
Well, first, it's time for the Great American Race. Great American Race. Now, as we go forward, there will be a graphic that'll drop down from the ceiling of the camera and go, Great American Race!
You guys
And there'll
should
be
see
fireworks.
I know. Don't stress him out.
That's in the future.
He's a delicate
That's from later
flower.
on. As I said in the first segment, the Great American Race is our opportunity to finally decide who is the superior race.
I thought you guys were actually going to run.
Physical activities,
Excuse me?
will be very limited in all of our segments. But the idea is for Chris and I to find stories from across the world that we think would be disparaging to the other person's community, their upbringing, their background, their people. And I would like to take the first shot, if that's okay with you,
You may.
Mr. Denman.
You may.
Now this.
Now it's not in your I guess what personality to attack other races. So
No,
this'll
not
be
at
hard
all.
for you.
Look, do I say things from time to time that could
He's interviewing
offend
himself.
some Caucasians around the country? Sure.
I will kidnap a white baby.
But that was the old Travis. I used to kidnap white babies when I was on radio. Now I'm just kidnapping teenagers. Because I learned after the first phase of my Caucasian farm, babies aren't great
They're
when
not
it comes
useful.
to labor. So I figured, man, I
Doesn't
got
have that kind of leeway.
Right. So I'm going to now suggest that if your teenagers are, outside of school, I will approach them likely in a windowless van and ask them if they would like to work on my secluded farm somewhere located in Missouri. But this particular segment, the Great American Race, is our opportunity to show why black people should always be number one. And so Chris will try to knock that down. I will attempt to knock down white supremacy every chance I get, and we'll see how it works out. So we have a credit score of starting at 850.
Yeah, that's what you need to explain real quick.
So
The
that's
credit
the scoring.
score.
The credit
system.
score
Yeah.
is at 850 now because of the systematic racism inside of credit scores.
happening?
I will technically start at 750.
I thought it was 650.
Well, yeah, but then I realized I paid a couple of those visas off, so I deserve to at least get a little bit more credit for that. So I'll start at 750. Chris is at 850, and we'll determine at the end of the month who has the better credit score. That is the Great American Race.
Who are you starting us with?
I'm starting-
And this is a month-long deal.
Yes, this
Okay.
is a month-long deal. So this is round one. My story, the headline reads, Colorado sports store going out of business after its Nike Colin Kaepernick boycott. There was this gentleman in Colorado who, after learning that Nike was going all the way with their Colin Kaepernick promotions, that he decided he was going to stop selling Nike products. He owns a sports apparel store in Colorado, and he decided he was no longer selling Nike anything.
Gardner, you've got your MBA from Lindenwood, I believe.
I don't have a degree. I'm
well-
going to be the first person to get, you know how they hand out honorary doctorates?
Yes, they do.
I'm going to get an honorary bachelor's degree.
Perfect.
Wait a minute. You've seen yourself, right?
I'm going to try to get an honorary bachelor's degree.
Honorary associates is more your
Do they
ballgame.
hand those out?
I think so.
We'll throw
Okay.
you a graduation party.
Listen to
Yes,
this.
absolutely. There will be cake when
There
she
will
eats
be
dinner.
Don't encourage.
By the way,
don't encourage
by the way-
parties for fake
We've
degrees.
discussed this before. I've
yeah.
never walked for a graduation.
I know. I have it in
Not
my
in high
Amazon
school?
cart.
No,
so.
I was.
Oh, that's
sick.
right. We're supposed to have a Gardner
He's never had a
graduation.
graduation. He didn't walk. So
Okay, so we can do that
Yeah.
now.
can I?
We got a theater downstairs, baby.
I
we
share
can actually
something?
make that
You
happen.
can walk across the stage.
Hell yeah, you can literally walk across the stage. We can invite the family. That's going to happen. When you graduate, when you graduate from John Beebe School of Computer Technology, we will have a graduation, and you will invite all the parents and the grandparents.
You have to walk to the Vitamin C song.
Yeah,
Can I
absolutely.
That, no doubt.
The Fort Dumont North Marching Band, because we used to have to play graduation.
Can they play "Time of Your Life" by Green Day?
No, it's not that. On repeat, we would just loop playing "One Moment in Time."
Okay.
So maybe Modest Mouth can just do.
Have you, Gardner? Did you go to prom?
That's good.
Is the camera on me? Can I walk out of the room?
Can we-
Damn, Modest Mouse still got it, man. That's
Sponsors are all off board.
All right, this is my favorite quote, guys. For 21 years, this was my baby. I built this from a kiosk. Now I feel like I'm leaving under a cloud of darkness. I feel good inside, but I didn't put profit over principle. That's what makes it easier to live with. You're an idiot, you dumbass racist.
Living in your damn.
Take that, white man.
That was.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's cute. So does Bree have one, or no? It's just a
No.
one-on-one.
All right, so that's my story. I believe that is a detriment to your people. It goes against
Colin
your business.
Kaepernick got a private, non-disclosed judgment from the NFL, by the way.
Oh, indeed.
Which we haven't talked about.
Which,
that.
by the way, I technically should get additional points to my credit score for the fact that he just settled.
Oh no, you got
for
to pay
millions
his
of
attorney
dollars.
if you want those.
Okay, that's fair. All right, what do you got for
That
me?
was a
So-
cute story.
Wasn't
that
bad?
was neat.
Mm-hmm.
Hope you're ready to
What do we
be
got?
at zero
All right.
immediately. I take you to January 22nd,
Okay.
2019.
Oh boy.
1 week before a reported attack, a letter threatening Jussie Smollett
Oh boy.
arrived at the Fox studios where Empire, you familiar with the show?
I have seen the show.
Is filmed.
Okay.
The letter, later published by TMZ,
Of course.
it's a news outlet, contained a homophobic death threat against Smollett spelled out in cut-up letters. Am I painting a picture for you?
I think I know where this is going.
The envelope reads, MAGA, M-A-G-A, an apparent reference to President Trump's Make America Great Again
Oh
slogan.
boy.
May I take you to January 29th?
Yes, please.
Chicago police open a hate crime investigation after Smollett, 36, says he was attacked near his Chicago apartment. Common thing that happens in Chicago. There
Yes,
is violence
people
in the
get robbed
streets.
all
I'll
the
give you
time,
that.
man.
I'll give you that.
That is true.
According to police,
Uh-oh.
Smollett says two men approached him around 2 a.m. Shouted racial and homophobic slurs.
Shame. Shame
Terrible.
on you.
It's terrible. These two men do this.
Yes, shame on you, white America.
Now, here's where things kind of start. They poured an unknown chemical substance on him. But
That's
wait,
another thing I know about white people. Y'all got chemical substances always on
unknown
y'all.
chemical substances,
Oh,
right?
okay.
On him and wrapped a noose around his neck.
They always carry nooses too. I see it all the time. It really is.
The story's upsetting.
it's
It's really
very troubling.
upsetting.
Police confirmed to CBS News that in second interview with police, Smollett told detectives his attackers yelled, "This is MAGA country!" Classic city of Chicago behavior. if I've
That's
ever
how,
heard it.
that's how they act, though. That's how they be acting.
January 30th, Chicago police release a photo of two persons of interest captured on surveillance footage while noting that the attack itself was not captured. Could be problematic down the line. Shouldn't be, though, right? February 1st, apparently noting the skepticism that some have raised about the attack, Smollett
boy.
releases a statement saying he has been 100% factual,
Oh, boy.
consistent on every level.
Okay.
Despite my frustrations and deep concern with certain inaccuracies and misrepresentations that have been spread, I still believe that justice will be served.
Oh, boy.
No markings on his face either, by the way. If
And
two
didn't he
dudes
have like
tune you
a
up.
Subway sandwich or something with him? That
Yeah, he was getting Subway sandwich at 1 in the
He still had
morning.
his sandwich on him. Nothing was messed up.
Made his first public
Just saying.
appearance reporting the incident. Sold out concert at the Troubadour in West Hollywood, California. You've been to West Hollywood?
I have been to West Hollywood a couple times.
Tears up before the set, tells the crowd, regardless of what anyone says, I will only stand for love. A meet and greet that was scheduled for the show was canceled with security sir inside it. And he also said he hit back. Let's just fast forward a little bit.
I
What do you
feel
say?
like okay, yeah. Let's
this
get
doesn't
to
end
it.
well, it
I
seems.
don't know about that.
February 16th.
Oh, boy.
A source close to the investigation tells CBS News that two Nigerian brothers, Ola and Abel Osundero, told detectives Smollett paid them to participate in the attack. They say the rope that was found around Smollett's neck was purchased at a nearby hardware store. A raid of their home turned up ropes, masks, and bleach.
What is this news source, Chris, you're reading from?
The New York CBS News. There was also a piece in the New York Times, if you want me to head over that way. Chicago police say their questioning of the brothers had shifted the trajectory of the investigation.
Oh, dear
And they
God.
requested another interview with Smollett. The actor's attorneys say he's angered and devastated by reports that he knew the alleged attackers and that one of the men was Smollett's personal trainer. Ola Osundero had played a prisoner in a season of Empire. February 17th, Chicago police released a vague statement on Twitter. While we're not in a position to confirm, deny, or comment on the validity of what's been unofficially released, there are some developments in this investigation. Detectives have some follow-ups to complete, which include speaking to the individual who reported the incident.
That took a turn.
Yeah.
Jussie Smollett is my submission for the great American race.
Okay.
Now, can I say before, like, can I have a defense?
Do you need me to read Black Twitter responses to what's going on here?
Okay, so like I really had some great stories in the chamber, and then this literally happens a week before we go to air.
Your little store closed. Okay, cute.
It's you know, first
If
of
he was
all,
your cousin, how would you
Jussie
talk to him
is,
about
as we all know, Jussie is Asian. So I don't know how that's a poor reflection on my
Now
community.
you're racially drafting him.
I don't know. We have to look at certain blood tests to determine if he's actually African American. I don't know if that is confirmed. Is that confirmed in the story?
It's confirmed.
That he's black.
Definitely black.
When the paperwork comes back, then we can make.
When
the
he was up
argument.
on stage childing and this is for us and all this, you were saying, "Preach, my friend, preach." But don't he
Black
ain't gonna
Panther
save you.
can't save you.
Black Panther, Best Picture nominee.
Either way that story ends, like once the truth, if it ever comes out and they are able to figure this out, who cuts up letters?
I tell you what,
Who
if
does
this,
that?
I will say,
Like,
if this is staged,
and that's what you went with?
This is so.
I realize,
bad.
hey, speaking
This
in
is- I
alleged
can't- I don't
terms or
even
whatever,
know.
this is staged. Will you say that? When it first came out,
Can I say I don't? I won't. I
Were
won't.
you like what?
I will say a lot of people were very because while there are racist people in
You sold
Chicago,
it too hard, man.
It's the MAGA hat and the noose. A lot of people were like, I don't know about all that, but I think people were willing to give him the benefit of the doubt. Now, as against a little bit more of the story, sort of kind of leaks. We still don't know what happened. We don't
all over their shoes.
Right.
We're not officially.
Oh no! You're putting the kid gloves on,
Yeah.
man.
Look,
It's
if
not
If he was your cousin, you'd be like, "What are you doing?"
man, if this is staged, this is bad.
And those
this
two
is bad.
men
for
that
the
came
entire
forward,
community.
staged, buddy.
nobody comes forward and says,
Nigerian
"Somebody pay
brothers?
me to do it." Yeah, like nobody.
See,
No
you're
way
screwing
it's
up,
staged.
Travis.
No way this is
You're screwing
staged.
up. You
I think he
blame
may.
it on the
I think he may have
Nigerian folks.
lied. He may have some discrepancies with his story.
Oh my God! Are you really not gonna?
No, it's not.
Oh my God!
It's not. He didn't.
He got on stage
We
and
don't
said,
know.
"I fought back."
Yeah.
I mean,
Where's the marks,
There's
buddy?
no
I mean, he
scrapes,
fought
no
back.
Have
Have
you ever had your ass
bruises,
kicked by
nothing.
more than one person?
Man,
It hurts.
Yeah.
So I hear.
so I don't think like we have all the information yet.
Yeah, I don't think that extra information is
until
going to
we-
help
You know what he sounds like? He sounds like the black preacher who's getting audited because he's driving a Corvette.
Yep.
What, my pastor can't drive around the neighborhood looking nice?
He's
No.
got to spread the gospel in style.
I hope this isn't a hoax. I hope he's not lying. I hope it's
But what do you think?
but it feels, gosh, I feel like in 2019 like you would have to be incredibly stupid in 2019 to do this type of hoax, like
Arrogant and
because
vain,
there's so much,
really.
like there are cameras everywhere. There's so much information out there.
Well, and then the
and there's
magnitude
no
of his fame.
Right,
makes
he's a
it worse
celebrity,
because
like-
then,
Right.
yeah.
And again, yeah, and here's the thing: you don't need to like come up with stories to illustrate the state of racism in this country.
Yeah,
I think
'cause
people
there
would.
are those stories.
There's stories that already exist
We have
that
people with
we've
tiki
seen.
torches, for Christ's
Exactly,
sakes. Like,
exactly. So
you
you
don't-
don't need to create this narrative.
embellish,
So
yeah.
that's why I'm a little bit skeptical about it being a hoax because I don't understand why But I don't know why he wouldn't. I
gonna
need
talk
I need a motive. I need a motive.
No, that's the next
That's
step.
the thing.
That's
What's
what
the
we're
motive?
all wondering.
What would be the motive behind it? Because it just seems
rumored
so
motive,
weird.
The rumored motive that he did that was he thought he was getting written off the show, and he needed some
It's
kind
just
of
publicity.
rallying
It's
point
just-
to get behind him. Yeah.
I suppose, but man, that's a great.
Well,
those are great extremes to
we
go
will know
to not getting written off the
probably
show.
within
That's a
a-
huge stretch.
Within a week or two,
I was
We'll
gonna
know
say,
soon.
more.
How about this from our Facebook live stream? If
Yes.
you haven't shared it yet, do that. Even if you're listening to this post, if you're listening on iTunes, just click Facebook, click share, baby, helps us. Our boy the Black Sheep says the story is about as real as Travis's credit score actually being 750.
You are correct, sir.
Having said that, I'm going to judge
Yes.
Yes.
these two stories and
Yes.
decide the credit.
Are you
scores.
assigning the points?
Yes.
Yes. So here's
Okay.
what I'm going to do.
So
With
Travis
each
is-
story, like Travis's, I will dock Chris's credit score based on your story.
Right.
So he's at 850, which is the highest you can get. At least that's what I know to be the
Don't
case
ask
with a Google
anybody
search.
on this side of the table.
Okay. That was pretty good.
Okay.
The sporting goods.
Okay, good.
I liked it.
All right.
You liked the vindictive nature of it.
Yes,
Yeah.
because that when it
He likes to see the world burn.
when you're hoisted by your own petard, I enjoy that kind of
We are
stuff.
a fancy show. Did you hear
Yeah.
So I'm going to dock Chris. I think 40 points.
Nice. Take that, white America. Woo woo. Try buying a new car now.
So that'll take Chris down to 810.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
now you're
a
starting
brutal
at
hit.
yeah. Well, it's a good story, and it's
Right.
so ridiculous. It's just so ridiculous.
It's the guy literally, you own an apparel store.
Now, Travis, I know we're speaking in, it seems like allegations at this point
Mm-hmm.
with
Right. A developing
the story Chris relayed to us.
Come on, Gardner, please.
It's really bad.
Oh, boy, it is.
It is really bad. And I'm going to dock your credit score 150 points.
Oh, my God.
Agreed.
Jussie,
Agreed.
come on.
Jussie, this is unprecedented. This is amazing.
So,
Wow.
let's
You
see,
have to-
did you
you have
start
to-
at 750? So you are at 600.
Jeez.
That's right.
Oh, my God. How are my kids going to get in college? Ugh.
So, Chris, you stand at 810 heading into next Monday, most likely.
Feels
and,
good.
Travis, ooh, you got a 600. That's pretty good. That's 600's not bad.
600's not bad, but that
No.
means like I have 2 outstanding credit cards of debt of more than $5,000.
Why do you know so much about
It's allegedly speaking. No comment.
Well,
So
I-
wait, so if we don't like our credit scores, we should just bury our heads in a pillow and just it'll go away, right?
I think that's normally how it works.
That's how most people deal with that. Like,
Come
oh,
on,
it's-
come
oh, it's-
on, bail out.
Okay, never
Bail
answer
out,
your
bail
phone
out,
again?
bail out.
Well, what I like to do is not pay until they have a settlement offer for it.
Push it till
Yeah.
you can't.
Anything to keep it off CaseNet there, Gardner?
Oh no.
Oh, you owe $1,500,
Right.
do I?
Or do I?
I'll wait 3 more months, and now you're offering me to settle it at $780.
There you go.
Wow.
Okay, sold.
This has gotten out of hand.
That's how you do it.
Question from the
Fair.
Facebook comments, and for my winning story for today, is this worse for the African American community or the gay community?
This is just a bad look
I'll
all around.
answer.
It's not a bad look on the community as a whole, but it is a really bad look for people who are vocal about real hate crimes that take place in this country. That's the thing that's I really hope isn't. I really am interested in hearing his motivation, because if it is a hoax, if he did make this up, again, you have to understand these movements, whether it comes to addressing racial issues or homosexual issues, homophobia issues, and everyone's communities, like there are real stories that exist. So there's no reason to come up with this whole
Right.
plan. Like it wasn't as if people weren't paying attention. It wasn't as if you didn't have activists and people on social media. It wasn't like you didn't have these marches. We have these things and people are being as vocal as possible
you-
now. Why would you need to create a situation so people can be, and again, if it is for, I mean, people get written off TV shows all
It's
the time.
like his
It's
rope
just,
gets
it's,
pulled.
put it this, it's just so odd. The entire story is odd. I'll give you that.
To wrap it, can you think of 2 groups that you would less want having come after you for telling you're an idiot?
Yeah, it would be.
LGBT.
That's the end of it. Like you
And
can't
black folks, like,
in
oh,
Hollywood
they-
too. In Hollywood, you can't deal with
Well,
it. You
yeah.
can't
Deal
embarrass
with
the
the
Hollywood.
memes.
Well,
Yeah,
then
you can't
you-
embarrass gay community in Hollywood.
I mean,
That's it for you.
And you can't just split it the black community and the gay community.
Right.
You have the outstanding people in the gay community that sometimes don't feel like they're accepted because of their race.
Yeah.
So then there's that third party where it's like, I'm, not only biracial or whatever or black,
Right.
but I'm also gay. So then that's a whole subgroup that, depending what area you grow up in, you get a lot of slack for it. So it's going to be a mess. It's going to make everybody mad.
I'm looking forward to
And
hearing the final story, and I, for legal reasons, will give him the benefit of the doubt.
Oh my God!
For legal
You're
reasons.
a sham. Gardner, we've got a few things to get to real quick. I just want to tell everybody about 1860s. It's a reminder we do have the Poskers.
The Poskers
event this Saturday. It'll start directly after the Purina Pet Parade. Bring any dog you want. Stop by. There's live music, all that good stuff. That's this Saturday. The Saturday after is when Mardi Gras is.
Oh, yeah.
If you go to 1860saloon.com and enter code WAL at checkout, you can get a free Mardi Gras party pack. Shout out to By Jack for creating those badass packs. 1860s in the event tent, the heart of Soulard, premier place to celebrate Mardi Gras 2019. It's priced lower than other tents, with the most central location, 9th and Geyer, just $85. Gets you access to a huge heated tent with premium open bar, Cajun buffet, private restroom, live blues music. Ready for this, Travis?
Okay.
From Silky Soul, the Red Afro Queen.
Nice.
Entertainment and giveaways from us. That's We Are Live, as well as in and out privileges. The best part, you get the private bathrooms, and you get to hang out with us all day. We're going to MC it. Again, 1860saloon.com. Enter code WAL at checkout for a free Mardi Gras party pack. We have a few also. We haven't talked about this. We have some $10 off tickets. Few of those left. DM me or someone here at the show. We will hand deliver those to you as those are flying off the shelf. So we're excited about that. What do we want to get into, Gardner?
All right, before we get into fair or foul and the melee, it's President's Day.
It is.
Who's your favorite president?
Millard Fillmore.
Millard Fillmore. A dapper gent.
Is there any question as to the greatest president of all time?
Who's that?
Barack Hussein Obama Jackson Jr. III. The smooth, sultry sounds of Barack guided us through a controversy-free 8 years. Thank you, President Obama, for bringing respect back to the Oval Office.
Bree, do you have a favorite?
It's something I'd have to really think about before.
You ain't
opening my
got
mouth.
nothing to think about. You already know the
It's
answer.
not something. It's just I
Abe
don't know.
Lincoln.
You already know what time it is, Bree. Don't
I mean,
don't
I
act
can't-
funny on
And
Black
I
History
I
Month.
will
can't.
go-
I'm not gonna default to the first.
Ain't
Like,
nothing
you
to
can't
default.
do
Ain't nothing
that.
to default. It's just the simple fact.
It
Who is
was.
the
It was
best?
simpler times.
It was.
With
Thank
Obama.
you.
It
Boom.
was simpler times.
Boom.
I will go Warren G. Harding.
Of course.
He
Why?
of the Teapot Dome scandal.
Classic.
Classic teapot domers.
Yeah, so I'll go with Warren G. Harding.
That's fair.
I got some trivia questions
All
for
right.
you.
Let's do it.
4 each for Chris and Travis, 1 tiebreaker.
Okay.
We'll just have some fun here. No prize or anything, maybe just pride.
Okay.
And knowing presidential history of
I know
some
my
sort.
history. I do.
So, Travis.
Okay.
Why don't you go first? Here's your first question. Who was the 7th president of the United States? Who was the 7th president of the United States?
John Quincy Adams.
It is not John Quincy
Damn it.
Adams.
The Great Little Adams.
It is Andrew Jackson.
That slave owner. I get him confused.
Get 'em all confused.
I get him confused. Oh my goodness.
Oh
Damn
for
it.
1, Mr. Politics.
All right.
Nice try, though. Chris, you're up.
Oh, what do we got?
Who was the first president
Hey, what the hell?
of the United States?
What the? Wait
Can I phone a
a
friend?
Oh, what?
We don't have that option.
Okay. Oh, yeah. You didn't get to that in the tech build out. Big surprise.
Shocker.
George Washington.
That is correct.
Wow.
Chris,
I'm glad you
got
answered.
1
I
point?
almost said Carver.
Yeah, you can get that confused.
Black History Month's got me mixed up.
John Beebe, who works in this office with us, would claim that King George was actually
He would.
the
Right.
He
first
would.
president.
Probably
King
very
George.
accurate in that assessment.
Now he tried to kind of, there's a separation there. Didn't go, wasn't pretty.
You ever find it funny? Like we were literally like terrorists to the English. Like you don't walk
I
out
don't
onto
find it
you don't
funny,
walk out
but-
onto a field and shoot at each other directly. Animals.
So 1-0, Chris leads Travis.
This is good. I
after-
like this game.
This is fine.
Chris,
Round 2.
Chris, why don't we give you another question?
Please, please bring it on. I'm 1-0, undefeated.
Traditionally, The sitting president lives in what residence?
What? This is wild.
Traditionally, the sitting
Now, this
president
isn't my
lives in
answer,
what
but I
residence?
wanted to say Mar-a-Lago. Or Texas Ranch.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you're thinking of the White House.
I am. Congratulations.
That's right.
2 for
Gold
2.
Star Blue Ribbon High School attendee
See
here.
where this is going.
All right, Travis, this
Okay.
is your question,
All right, what do you
presidential
got?
champion.
There we are.
Let's see what you got.
Name the first president to live in the White House after the British burned it down during the War of 1812.
The War 1812.
Your American
1812.
history teacher's tuning in right now and
The
just
War of
screaming at you.
1812,
The War
of
of
course,
1812.
was with the country of Mexico.
Close.
And so that meant that to get into the White House, that had to be 1812. So that had to be boom, boom, carry the 6.
What are you counting back from?
Here we go. That would have been Teddy Roosevelt.
It would not have been Teddy Roosevelt.
Rats.
It is James Monroe. James Monroe.
Old Jimmy Monroe. I had that queued up.
0 for 2. Sorry, Travis.
This is embarrassing, Humphrey.
I know. I hope your dad's not
All right,
listening.
Travis, let's give you another
All
question.
right, here we go.
This
I
is
can
the
get back in the game.
third
All right.
round of questions.
You got
we go.
this.
Which president had the most children?
Okay.
Which president had the most children?
Most presidents pull out games were weak. Condoms were not invented until 2008. So carry the
It's not
6
accurate.
to 2 3. I would probably say the most kids because he was getting it in was probably William Taft.
How much snake oil did that guy buy? He's like, my penis doesn't work.
William Taft is a good guess.
By the way, Taft would look like a normal person these days. He was long known as this obese whale of a president.
he
He
would
would
have been-
look like he's a guy from rural Missouri.
He would be Chris Christie. That's who William Taft
right? And it was
That's
like,
exactly.
oh, the horror. He's now our fat ass society. He would just fit right.
The correct answer is John Tyler.
Of course,
Bonus
everyone knows
points if you
J
guess.
Tie. Every J Tie. That
No,
boy,
real quick, Travis.
Okay.
Throw out a number. How many kids did he have?
He had 8.
He had 15.
Good God.
How, now, are
Jesus.
we counting Thomas Jefferson and his trips to the old?
We're not-
That's
we're
fair.
not gonna-
I'll
that's-
have to
that
maybe
probably-
research this a little more.
I was going to say that could have been a lot.
All right, Chris, this is to you.
Ooh, okay.
Your third
got it.
question. Travis 0 for 3. Chris 2 for 2. His third question. How many state
I'm a
capitals?
politics buff. You
Yeah.
know?
How many state capitals are named after presidents?
Oh wow.
Just the number. How many?
Oh boy. Oh boy. State capitals. Wow. I mean, you got Jefferson City.
That's one.
Washington D.C. is not really a state capital.
That's not a state.
I don't know any other capitals. I'm thinking. We'll just say 4.
Oh, 4 is correct.
What? Oh wow!
What?
Look at me.
How'd you do-
I'm again.
If I named
I'm
them,
big
can I
into
get a
politics.
point?
I'm big into
for
politics.
each.
No, this is not your question.
Damn it!
Now, if Chris were to name Jefferson City, Lincoln, Madison, and Jackson, then I would give him an extra point. Chris,
What
can
about
you?
Kansas City?
Nope. Nope.
No.
nope.
That was
So-
off the record.
If Chris could have named that, I would have given him another point. In fact, can you say that? Right
Wait,
now?
what?
Lincoln,
Yeah.
What?
Jeff City,
Yeah.
What?
Madison,
Yeah.
what?
Madison
This is.
and Jackson.
and Jackson.
This is
So you get an extra bonus point for
thank
that.
you.
So you're actually 4 for 3 right now.
Oh, what?
Yeah. Interesting.
That's good.
All right, let's go back to Chris. Well, this is
I'm
our
actually
final
really
round,
proud of
our
this.
final round.
I was in the gifted program as a child, and I think it showed.
I'm upset about
Chris,
this.
spell Barack Obama.
What?
B
Yeah.
A
Yes.
R
Yes.
A
Yes.
C K
Yep.
space.
Wait.
Don't write space. That's a space. It's a joke. O
Yep.
B
Nailed it.
A
Yes.
M
Correct.
A.
That is correct. 5 for 4 is Denman in presidential trivia.
Well,
Travis,
my deep-rooted connection to Obama and how he grew up and what he did for me as a person when
Weren't
he
you
was
like
elected.
the spelling bee champ too?
Yes, several times.
Okay.
Travis is
I was the
many
jerk who was like,
lies
"Can we get a
right
bonus
now.
question on the spelling test?"
There's so many lies.
Travis is 0 for 3.
Uh-huh.
This is your last one, Travis.
Okay.
You're trying to, not get snaked here. Who is the only president to be born in the African country of Kenya?
Wait, that's not a question. That's not.
It's fact.
There is no president that was born in the country of Kenya.
That is incorrect, Travis. It
Oh,
is
no.
Barack Obama,
Oh, no.
actually. Barack
Oh,
Obama.
no.
You go 0 for 4.
Oh, this is, oh my
I did have a
God.
tiebreaker question if things would have got tight. Obviously, they didn't.
What?
You struggled in this category, Travis.
Look, camera 3. Give me a shot to camera 3. This is bullshit. All
right.
I can say that now, Chris.
The tiebreaker would have been name the current president. Name the current president.
That would be.
Let's see if you get it right.
The Soviets.
You're along the right track there.
Okay. It's very likely he's a KGB agent.
Oh,
Would it be President Putin?
that's correct. Good job. You
Give
did
me
it.
one.
You would have got the tiebreaker, Travis.
USSR.
No, don't do that.
Okay.
Don't do that. Don't do that. That's like when I yell, "Tear down the arch! Tear down the arch!" Okay, there's your presidential trivia.
That wasn't bad, Chris. Congratulations, you son of a bitch.
Smoked you. We got a few things left to do in the show. So first of all, again, huge thanks to everybody who's made this possible. If you're just tuning in live, obviously you could download this. We'll get the hang of things more, but we got the video set up. Thanks to Tech Electronics, our wonderful team here, the ownership group, everybody that's part of Midcoast Media. Big thanks to everybody. Super excited to be back. Not super excited about our final segment, but it is what it is. Mr. Gardner.
I have your morning melee here real quick before we get to fair or foul. Who of these 4 fictional TV presidents is your favorite? This is a tight one.
Okay.
2% Mackenzie Allen. That was Gene Davis.
Okay.
25% David Palmer.
Really? He was such a great leader.
29% Frank Underwood.
That's pretty high for.
And with 44%,
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Josiah
Has to be.
Bartlett takes it.
He was so good, man. He was so
Was
good.
he?
They kidnapped his daughter.
Don't ruin it for people like Chris who
That's
hasn't
a
watched the
spoiler
show.
alert.
Sorry, Chris. Spoiler alert.
So there you go. There's your morning melee.
Outstanding. Well, boys and girls, it's about that time. It's the segment that keeps the lights on and this lovely smile on this face. It's time for fair or foul.
Change has come to America.
People often ask me, what's fair or foul? Is it a segment? Is it a movement? Is it hope? I can't say for certain. Time will be a true test of its power. But I can say, fair or foul is now and forever for the people. Gather around the radio with your loved ones and hold on to your butts. It's now time for fair
We give it back to you, the people.
or foul.
Yes. It's the segment that Barack Obama calls hope. It's fair or foul. What's today's question, Guardsy?
Well, it's a simple one. And it being President's Day, it's really not a question, it's a statement, by the way, Travis.
Okay.
The statement is President Trump declaring a national emergency to fund building a wall on our nation's southern border.
All right, this is where we hand it off to our amazing listeners and they take a shot at addressing the fair or foulness of this statement.
Wow. Gets everybody riled up. How's it
Yeah,
feel
I was
ending
gonna
the first show back?
I'll
Feels
tell
good,
you
huh?
what,
Feels
Chris,
good.
my
It's
balls are sweating.
We're in our own studios. That's so strange, right?
Yes.
Let's kick it off, everybody. Foul. What a wasted opportunity to really address the illegal immigration issue. Building a wall? That's a dumb idea from our orangutan in chief.
Damn.
Orangutans are noble creatures.
They are very adorable, too.
Why not just annex Mexico instead? Then they're all U.S. citizens, and we can turn anything south of the Rio Grande into a giant version of East St. Louis.
I like the way they're thinking.
The drugs, hookers, and crime would stay there while we get to look across the river and laugh. Cankles. Beautiful return, Cankles.
Good to hear from you.
Welcome back.
$10 to Buzz's Wine Grill is your prize today. Fair. You guys should be more supportive. At least people give you smoked wings when they tell you to give up on your wall dream. Get it?
I see what they did there.
Yeah, that's from the Black Sheep.
Oh, hey, nice Black Sheep.
Real quick, I know we had a couple more that were coming in. Might have to check another email account. I'm guessing some folks they did. Fair. And if by southern border you mean walling off Texas from the rest of us, count me in. We're going to build the Great Wall out of slow-smoked brisket, so our snipers has more time to pick off those 10-gallon yokels as they're gnawing on our wall.
That's fair.
Remove 1 star from the flag, boys. TT's Pink Eye with a great submission. So there we have it. I believe there are a few more out there. We'll have to get to those tomorrow. I don't see any more. So, of those, let's take a vote. Bree Weaver, who you got?
I got Cankles.
Cankles with the vote.
I would like to go with Yale Hollander.
He didn't submit.
I'm sure he did.
Gardner?
Yale Hollander.
I'm going to go with Cankles.
Cankles has won $10 to the Great Buzz's Hawaiian Grill. What a win! Welcome back, everybody. What a show. We've got events coming up. That's Comedy Thursday at Southtown Pub. Be sure to come out for that. Come to the Oscars this Saturday. Huge thanks to everybody for making this possible. Come to Mardi Gras next Saturday at 1860saloon.com. You can get your tickets, promo code WAL. Anything else that you guys want to say before we head out after our first one back? Obviously, rate, subscribe us, all that good stuff on iTunes, Spotify, wherever you listen to your podcast. Share us with your friends. We've got a whole business and a whole team behind us, but we're not going to get anything done without you all helping us out. We're going to still bring you great interviews. We've got, Gardner, do we have some media folks lined up? You said Ben Frederickson from the Postage Batch in the coming weeks. I know we want to get our friend Chris Davis in here.
Yeah, I'm going to try and contact a few people and
I'll be
coming in
speaking
the next several weeks.
I'll be speaking to Jim Brewer tomorrow. You know him, so we're still going to keep the great comics coming through. More fun and more wall all day long, baby. Mr. Terrell, how do you feel being back?
Oh, yeah.
Bree, feeling good?
Yeah,
feeling positive,
feel great.
everything?
Yeah.
All kinds of fun stuff to be had. Look forward to Dr. Ed from Hillside coming in. Trying to make sure I haven't forgotten anybody. One more quick shout out. Check out Impolite Company coming back this week. Tani Sushi Bistro, big project coming up. We got Matt Whitener, his podcast rocking out by Jack for Apparel, Red Saw Publicity, midcoast.media for more info on what we've been up to and what we'll be doing. And again, Comedy at Southtown Pub this Thursday. The new website from our friend will be up and running maybe tomorrow, maybe this week sometime. Kransberg Arts Foundation here in the Doc Zach building. It's been a great show back. Everybody, be sure to tune in tomorrow. We're going to be live streaming at 8 a.m. Or if you're downloading, be sure to share it with a pal and get them to do so also. Guys, great show back. We'll be back tomorrow at 8 a.m. for the live stream, and download us anywhere. Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.